A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man,
Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 1176th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity, misogyny, and small dick energy. It is Monday, July the 7th of 2025. It is good to have you guys in today. As always, we are streaming live to multiple platforms: Rumble, Facebook, X, and of course, YouTube. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. I've got a fantastic show in store for you guys today. I am going to, obviously I'm going to be reacting to the street interviews, street debates that Myron Gaines had in Miami, not from this past Friday, but from last Friday. Obviously, I'm going to react to that. I'm also going to react to a guy who wanted to quiz Myron about the illegal rounding up of illegal aliens. Like, he decided to go woke. Myron takes care of that very, very quickly. We will also react to that. Also, I'm going to react to a video that was done by the lead attorney, and some of the stuff that he points out in terms of the Carmelo Anthony situation. A lot of it is eye-opening. He really goes on to explain a lot of different things. And so you guys definitely want to stick around for that. But before we do any of that, let us go ahead and do an age and location check. Follow my lead down there at the bottom. Age and location check. All I need to know is your age. Oops. Not now. There we go. All I need to know is your age and where you at. So if you're 47 like me and you live in Reno, 47, Reno. Obviously, the reason I do this is to form communities of like-minded men. A lot of you guys consistently express the concern that there are not enough men who think like we do. You know, if you're in here, you think like we do. Chances are. So you never know. Somebody watching could live in your neighborhood. They could live on your block. They could live in your building. But if you guys happen to live in the same city, maybe, just maybe, you guys can link up and do man shit. All right, let's get this party started here. Josborn X checking in from Austin, Texas. Dr. Who Design watching all the way from Athens, Greece. Ibn Zur coming to us in Miami. Ibn Zur, are you in Miami or Jacksonville? Just put one city, guys. Just put one city, wherever you're from, like wherever you are at the time. If you happen to be in Miami, put Miami. If you're in Bangladesh, put in Bangladesh. Dr. B84 coming at us from San Antone. He's going to be leaving work shortly, which is good. Black Russian Lam watching from Long Island. Hayden Beasley watching from Atlanta. I am so sorry you are in Atlanta, Hayden Beasley. Mike Ray coming at us from Oahu. Good to see you in here. I've lived on Oahu twice. Sean Namadi, hope I pronounced that, coming to us from the headquarters of Antifa. Sean Morse resides in the city with the greatest in the world. Appreciate that very much. Dana Gonzalez checking in from Maine. D-Rack from the DMV area, Richmond, Virginia. Desmond checking in from, there we are, checking in from South Carolina. VM watching from Trinidad and Tobago. Luke Perry coming at us from Mount Kisco, New York. King Life is in the NYC. Forex Apex is from Boston. Quentin Collier, Lansing, Illinois. I didn't know there was a Lansing in Illinois. Charles Merchant still lives in Vegas. Good to see that. Nick Buscoon coming at us from Phila right on to Philadelphia. Nain Rouge coming to us from the Motor City. Rose, Montana, watching from Baltimore. Emmett Trills in Westchester County, New York. Saber89 is in Alton, Illinois. How about that? How about that? Rangefinder out in Santa Rosa. Actually had a really good friend of mine that lived out in Santa Rosa. Trinity Boy 32 coming at us from Tennessee. Emily Dalton, we have a lady in here. You are from Sacramento, California. That's probably roughly 2.5 hours from where I'm at. Committed from Suffolk, Virginia. Good to see you in here. The Level Up Man, 8 days from 40 in New Orleans. Good. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. Hang on a second. Oh, never mind. I thought I saw a question. So real quick, guys, you guys know that I am an avid gardener. I absolutely love gardening. I'm a grass enthusiast. I'm not the type of person who just who cuts the grass. I'm not the type of person who needs to be reminded to cut the grass. Who need to be reminded to cut the grass. Terrence M with the $1 Cash App. Appreciate that very, very much. Appreciate that very, very much. But yeah, so finally, I've got you guys the before and after picture. So let's go ahead and do that. So these are the before and after pictures of my lawn. This, of course, this is my front yard. Part of my front yard. Appreciate that very much. You guys can see on the left is before, on the right is after. Let's go to the next one here. I've actually got video too. Again, you guys can see a clear difference. A clear difference. And guys, this took a while. It took a while. It took me almost 2 months to get this to where it needed to be. I had to dethatch, I had to reseed. Like I had to dethatch, I had to reseed, overseed. I had to fertilize twice, and then I had to water every day for 6 weeks. I had to water every day for 6 weeks. Our water bill last month, in upwards of $800. There is the backyard, of course. You guys can see the newly painted fence. Finally got our fence painted. So here's the video. Or, well, again, this is another before and after picture. You guys can see a clear difference. Yeah, your boy knows what he's doing. Your boy knows what he's doing. All right, so here, so this is a video of before and after. So this is the backyard. It's funny that it was cloudy. And then, of course, I took the after picture. It's all nice and sunny. But yes, you guys can see a stark difference. The grass is nice and green, nice and lush. Nice and lush. Got a couple of hot spots here. I over-fertilized this area. So had a little bit of a burn, but other than that, the backyard is dude, the backyard is not exactly where I want it to be, but you know, it's close enough. It's close enough. Yeah, well, hold on. Let me go back here. So you guys can see right here, I applied a little too much. I got a little bit too heavy with the fertilizer, and so, you know, burn the grass, but that's fine. These things happen. The grass will recover. And as you can see, yes, nice, thick, lush, green grass. Of course, you guys know I'm an edger. That just looks damn good. Nain Rouge says, nice lawn, no weeds. Yeah, the secret to no weeds, guys, is having a thick lawn. If you have a thick lawn, if you have a lot of grass follicles, a thick lawn naturally chokes out weeds. A naturally thick lawn naturally chokes out weeds. Now I'm going to go to the before and after on the front. Okay, well. So this is the before and after with the front yard. As you guys can see, I know exactly what I'm doing. I am very, very proud of the front yard. There are a couple of minor spots that could use some help, but other than that, I am very, very happy with where it's at right now. By the way, guys, if you're wondering how many flower pots I have out here, so let's see. So from here to here, there's 12. There's 12 on this side. There's 9 on the orange side. Then I've got 5 up. I've got like 30 some odd flower pots. But here you go. This is the full view of the house. As you guys can see, I've gotten rid of the weeds that keep growing up in this cobblestone driveway. Arkham Knight says, also your soil's pH balance plays a part too as far as weeds go. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. 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 Baker19 says, is that Bermuda? No, this is tall fescue. This is tall fescue. It's a sunshade tall fescue mix, which is good, obviously for Reno, good regionally. But yeah, there it is, guys. There it is. You know, I worked very, very hard on my lawn, and yeah, listen, man. I mean, you know, I don't know. Part of the American dream is being able to have a nice lawn. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to today's show. The first video we're going to react to. I'm going to react to a video by the lead attorney, and I'm gonna have to do this copyright style because, you know, I don't want to violate any, you know, terms of service. But the lead attorney actually makes some very, very good points in terms of his opinion on the Carmelo Anthony situation, Dominique Alexander, his mother, her role in it. I'm gonna increase the play speed a little bit, and away we go.
Many of you were surprised at a point that I made in my last video on how Carmelo Anthony's family has actually costed Carmelo extra years in prison. So many extra years. You wanted me to expound on that further because you had not heard anyone make that point. Well, that's why I'm here. I'm giving you the perspective, not of a YouTuber reacting to news, but of an attorney who's practiced for more than 20 years. This is behind the scenes info, so let's get to it. Now, let me explain on how Carmelo's mother basically sentenced her own son Carmelo to an extra 10 to 30 more years in prison and what she can do about it now to try to fix it. I explained in my last video that Carmelo's mother apparently hired a family spokesperson, one Dominique Alexander.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. This is the biggest L. This is the biggest L, dude. Dominique Alexander has, don't even get me started on this guy.
Dominique calls himself a minister of justice, whatever that is. Dominique is a convicted felon. He's alleged to have beaten his girlfriend. Then he got a new girlfriend. And when that girlfriend left out of the apartment, the good minister grabbed that woman's 2-year-old baby and shook him until that baby got brain damage. The good minister pled guilty in that case to felony charges and was in prison. Now, this is the man that Carmelo's mom chose to speak on Carmelo and the family's behalf.
Fox 2 says, stop race mixing propaganda. We've had enough. Oh, no, there is no propaganda, Fox 2. There is no propaganda. Race mixing is happening. Race mixing is happening.
Good baby shaking minister. The minister did exactly what you would expect a
Trey Ball says, you saw how Charleston White completely flipped and went to Carmelo's side and went full nigga mode. No, I did not know that. That's unfortunate.
Convicted felon to do when handling Carmelo's case. He absolutely destroyed it. How? He ostracized the most important person in Carmelo's case. Now, who is that? Is that the judge? No. Is that the prosecutor?
Dad.
No. The most important person alive in Carmelo's case is actually Jeff Metcalf, the father of the young man that Carmelo Anthony killed, Austin Metcalf. The father, Jeff Metcalf, is the linchpin to Carmelo's entire future. Let me tell you that in a murder case where the victim is gone, the case lives on through the victim's next of kin. When a parent...
that's something a lot of people don't realize. That's something a lot of people don't realize. What TLA just said there is very important. When there is a murder charge and that person is 6 feet under, that person's spirit lives through them, lives through their next of kin. So Austin Metcalf's spirit is sort of being carried by his father. And TLA is talking about, hey, look, man, like you really should be making envoys with Jeff Metcalf.
Parent has to bury his child. Everyone looks to that parent to gauge how to react. Judges consciously and subconsciously look at the parent's facial expression.
Oh, Fox too thinks he's clever. I guess he's supposed to be Guy Fawkes. Remember the 5th of November?
And when they're testifying.
I'm sorry, I just don't take... look, Fox, nothing against you, man, but when people like yourself come in here with these names and Guy Fawkes and stop the race mixing propaganda, I don't take you seriously. I'm sorry. I can't. So, yeah.
And on the witness stand. Prosecutors run all their plea offers through the parents. Reporters knock on the parents' doors for statements, and they aim their cameras at the parents when the verdicts drop. And the jurors, oh my goodness. The jurors hang on every word of the parents. Notice every little movement, every gesture. In this case, Jeff Metcalf, the father, is not just a spectator in the case. He's the conscience of the entire community. If you win Jeff, you win all the sympathy. But if you alienate him, you can...
There it is. There it is. If you win Jeff, you win sympathy. There is no greater advocate for someone who has been convicted of murder than the victim's next of kin being on your side.
Go to prison for life. Now, months ago, Jeff Metcalf...
Black Russian Lom says probably Devin's ex again. No, he's not that smart. He's not that smart.
The father, he did something unthinkable. Reporters, as they always do, shoved a microphone in this grieving father's face and asked him, how do you feel about this Carmelo Anthony? Do you know what he said? Jeff Metcalf said, and I quote, you know what? I've already forgiven this person. Already. Now, that is amazing. It's amazing that Jeff would have the strength to do that, because I would be...
And by the way, that's cap.
Cap.
Jeff Metcalf is just trying to cool the flames of the race war that's about to happen in this country because of this case. He hasn't forgiven Carmelo Anthony. It's impossible to forgive someone for taking the life of your son just a few days later. But shout out to Jeff Metcalf. He did what he thought was the right thing.
Capable of that. The maturity, the wisdom, the strength. I just would not have it. Now, that baby...
Yeah, Nate Narush says Guy Fawkes is a British character. Guys, just watch the movie V for Vendetta and you'll know all about Guy Fawkes.
Shaking minister is not going to know this, but when a father makes a statement like that, a statement of...
Danny Gonzalez says, you know what I noticed? The Metcalf father runs that household. Because you don't see the mother doing interviews, but the Carmelo household is run by the woman. She won't stop being in interviews. That's exactly right. Another difference.
Forgiveness. The entire Carmelo team has to drop everything. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Your entire legal strategy has to change. I can tell you as an attorney that you call an emergency meeting with all the lawyers, all the family, maybe PR consultants if the family has means for that. You bring everyone together to get them on the same page and let them know that this case will revolve around one person, Jeff Metcalf, the father. So when Carmelo's mother heard what Jeff said about her son, what do you think that this lady did? She handed the microphone at a press conference to the baby shaking minister of justice. And at that press conference where Jeff Metcalf showed up to pray with the family, the baby shaking minister called the police and had Jeff kicked out. Like, can you believe it? They kicked Jeff Metcalf, who came there to pray. They kicked him out of the press conference.
This is why we know Dominique Alexander is not too bright. This is why we know he's not too bright. He should have used that opportunity to garner sympathy for Carmelo Anthony.
The entire spectacle went viral within an hour. And do you know what else? Carmelo Anthony's prison sentence was prolonged by 10 to 25 years within that same hour. Now, why do I say that? What did the family show Jeff in that instance? Jeff, the father. They showed Jeff that there was no remorse. They showed Jeff that there would be no mutual prayers. There would be no reconciliation. Showed that man nothing but hostility and aggression. The same hostility, the same aggression maybe that was at that track meet that fateful afternoon, that was under that tent. Some of you are not going to appreciate how important this father is. You just don't know how these criminal sentences work. I see your comments on YouTube and Twitter. You think, oh, this person killed that person, so put the killer in prison and throw away the key. Put him there for life. That's what you guys say. You have no idea. I will tell you that people kill people all the time, and the sentences range from insanity on the low end to insanity on the high end. in. Now, who controls where the sentence is going to fall? At the end of the day, it is the sentiment of the community that will decide. And in this
The sentiment of the community. Listen very carefully.
case, Jeff Metcalf is at the center of that entire community.
That's right.
Now, let's do this. Let's suppose it is your first day of law school, and I am your criminal law professor. I am going to tell you some quick facts, and you tell me the sentence that you would give in this scenario if you were the jury, if you were the judge.
Okay.
But first, and
right.
this is important, put right now, for the record, what you think Carmelo should be sentenced to in the comments. Put it below.
Diabolical Man says, just like you say, Donovan, showing remorse to niggas is a mistake. Absolutely.
So now, here is the quiz. I want everybody to take it. Here's the first case, 4 cases. A 16-year-old in Texas, basically the same age and state of Carmelo. He gets hammered, consuming alcohol, consuming drugs. He does the whole thing. He gets behind the wheel of a vehicle.
So this is the case that Beans was talking about. This is the case that Beans was talking about. The kid that got drunk and high, got behind the wheel and killed 4 people, and they blamed it on affluenza. And so if you let Beans tell it, pardon me, if you let Beans tell it, Carmelo Anthony should get away with killing Austin Metcalf because, well, this dude didn't get the sentence that he should have gotten.
Vehicle. Of course, he gets into an accident. Now, here's the thing. He killed.
Shout out to Thomas M with the $10 Cash App. He says, do you plan on collaborating with Anton Daniels? I'm under the impression that Anton Daniels does not want to collaborate with me. He hasn't said it. But he and I like Anton. I've never met the guy. I've never talked to him before. I think he's one of the most base people on the internet. Like, he is absolutely one of the most base people on the internet. I remember one time, I think he reached out to me. I was going through some controversy, and he wanted to talk to me about that particular controversy. And somebody that a friend of mine knows him personally, and so they reached out to me, was like, "Hey, Anton wants you to come on and talk about X, Y, and Z." And I was like, "No, I'm not doing all of that." And so I recently tried to get a hold of Anton, through my mutual acquaintance. I asked him, I said, "Hey, look, if Anton wants to, collaborate, you have permission to give him my number." And so, my guy gave Anton his number, or my number. He hasn't contacted me. So I'd love to do a collaboration with Anton. I don't know, maybe he's busy. I think what you guys have to understand is that my personality type doesn't really jive with a lot of YouTubers, man. It really, really doesn't. I think, and don't quote me on this, don't go running back to Anton, but I think Anton has a problem with me being critical of black women as a black man being married to a white woman. I think I forgot. As a matter of fact, he actually said it on Whitlock when they were talking about black fatigue the first time. I think he said, yeah, there are some people in a space or whatever who are critical of black women, but they're not married to a black woman. They're married to other races of women. I can't imagine that. I mean, I know Anton is aware of who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, my buddy and Anton, my buddy knows Anton well, and my buddy knows me very well. And so, but what you guys got to understand, man, is I can be very, it's hard to explain, but this is one of the reasons why Kevin Samuels never really collaborated with me. He never really collaborated with me when he got big, because I was just I was just too radioactive for him, And so we'll see. K Godfather says, let Myron talk to him. Yeah. Like, I'm reaching out. I'm reaching out through different channels. But by the same token, I'm not gonna beg anybody. You know what I mean? Like, if he wants to collab, he can collab. And I don't think he has a problem with me. I don't think he does. But again, Anton's a busy guy, so we'll see.
Those 4 people, he intentionally gets hammered and gets cooked, and then he takes 4 lives. Now, little law student of mine, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to determine how many.
VM says, nah, he allows Myron to go off on black women on his panel. He definitely have no problem with you going after black women. Guys, and I need you guys to understand this. Anton's audience is, if I go after black women the way that I normally go after black women, My guess is that Anton's audience is probably not going to jive with that too well. The reason why Myron can do it is because Myron is not all the way black. He's just not. Yes, he is African American by definition. But guys, when a guy who looks like me and talks like me is critical of black women, it just hits different with some people. It hits different with some people. Myron is Sudanese American, so he's given the latitude to be critical of black women, critical of black women. And the fact that he doesn't have an American black mother or an American black father, in my opinion, the black community gives him more latitude. But if you are a black man and you are critical of black women or the black community, and you are married to a white woman, your opinion is somehow invalidated, right? And I'm more extreme than Myron. He's with Angie. Angie's Latina. Devin is the whitest of white girls. He is the whitest of white girls. Look, this is Dev right here, y'all. Like, dude, she is the embodiment of a snow bunny. Blonde hair, big tits, great ass, shapely legs, likes to cook for her man, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. This is a picture I took of her not even a week ago. So, yeah, like, I've got a snow bunny. Like a snow bunny to the max. Now, maybe I'm underestimating Anton's audience. Maybe I'm underestimating his audience, but all I know is that when I'm critical of black women, I get a different reaction than when Myron is. Yes, of course, Myron gets all the typical black woman shit and this and that and the third, but they tend to allow Myron to speak uninterrupted, and they sort of agree with him. I'm black, okay? I am an African American. I have 2 black parents, and I don't sound like I'm quote unquote black. That rubs even the most well-intentioned, well-meaning black people. It just rubs them the wrong way. The way I talk, my diction, the confidence that I speak with, guys, it's been like this since I was 16 years old. The way I speak just puts black people off. That's just how it is. Maybe if I had a little more swag, maybe if I was a little more hood, maybe the information would be received, but this is just not who I am. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's continue.
Years in prison you would give him. Ready? Go. And while you are considering your sentence, just know that in this case, the affluenza case, if you're old enough to remember, this young man, he took 4 lives. But how many years did the judge give him? Well, the judge gave him 10 years for taking 4 lives. 10 years. But here's the kicker. It wasn't 10 years of prison. The judge gave him 10 years of straight probation. This man took 4.
Yeah, Andrew says you become persona non grata. Yeah. Yep. That's what it is. It's just, I'm telling you. And here's the thing, guys. I'm not bitching about it. I'm not gonna cry, well, they should. No, like, people don't have to, dude. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not gonna change you the fuck I am. I don't give a fuck anybody says. But when black people, and it's funny, when black people hear me talk for the very first time, it already puts them off. It's been like this since I was 16 years old. I moved to North Carolina. Black people automatically just didn't like me just because of the way I talked. You don't think black people grew up with a black person or 2 who spoke like me? This is how it goes, man. Yeah, there it is. Diabolical Man says it puts niggas off. That's the way it is. And so, that's just how it is.
4 lives and got a straight
B Bite 109 says, Don, it's because you're light-skinned black. No, it's because of the way I talk. Because if I were dark-skinned, I'd be getting the same reaction. It's because of the way I talk.
Probationary sentence, not 1 day in prison. Did you guess it? Did you guess 0 years? Now, here is the second of...
El Coro says, facts, Devin mows the lawn in her bikini. Nope. No, she does not. I mow the lawn, not her.
4 scenarios. A football player gets hammered just the same. He gets into his Bentley. He's an NFL player. And
Dante Stallworth. He actually did this when he was with the Eagles.
Of course, he runs over a guy, kills him dead. How many years in prison did this NFL player get for the killing? Now, the victim is gone forever. You got 5 seconds to guess. How many years? And while you are considering
his name was like Mario something or other.
How many years? All you football fans know that Mike Vick, the quarterback of the great Atlanta Falcons, got 2 years in prison for dog fighting.
Guys, You guys know me. You guys know me. I am all about justice being served. Michael Vick got hosed. Michael Vick absolutely got hosed. There is absolutely no reason that Michael Vick should have gotten 2 years in prison for dogfighting, while Dante Stallworth got to stay out of prison for actually killing a person. That's how it works.
That's 2 years in prison for dogs. How many years did this NFL player get for actually killing a man? That's right. Dante Stallworth gets hammered, gets in his car, and kills a man in the street. He gets 30 days in the county jail. No prison at all. Just 30 days in jail. Mike Vick gets 2 years in prison for dogs. Now, my
Dirty Dan says, does she pump the gas in the car? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Devin's a lady. She doesn't pump gas. She doesn't hold doors. I pump the gas. I mow the lawn. I hold the doors. Okay? She cooks the meal. She washes the clothes, and she sucks the dick. That's what we do. I do all the chores on the outside of the house. She does all the chores on the inside of the house. This is the masculine-feminine coexistence.
little law student, you ask, well, how can that be? What happened in that case? Well, I'll tell you. Dante.
Chris E says, why is dogfighting a crime? I don't know. But what the Michael Vick case showed me is that people are more sympathetic to animals than actual people.
A Stalwart showed extreme remorse.
Oh, okay, El Coro says, hey, I was just joking. We all know that lawn is your baby. Okay, I was just making sure, man. I mow the goddamn lawn. God damn it.
He apologized, and most importantly, he reached a financial settlement with the family.
See? Here's the difference. Dante Stallworth reached a financial settlement with the family of the victim. And so when they had the victim impact statements, they probably showed him some mercy.
Dante went into his pocket and got the family on his side. Now let me ask you, did Carmelo Anthony's family do that? Dante.
Nope.
No, he did not. And as a matter of fact, Carmelo Anthony's family did the opposite.
He slid the victim's family some money. Carmelo Anthony's family got over $500,000. Did Carmelo's mom do any of that? Did the mom even offer to pay for the funeral? Guys, I'm going to tell you, you do not know there are so many levels to criminal law. Now, 2 more quizzes to go. You're my law student, and you are guessing these sentences. But there are a few of you that are listening, maybe 4 to 6, that are going to get an A in my class. You're going to be the A students. You're going to say, well, Professor Lead, I can distinguish those cases. In both of those cases, yes, the defendants did kill their victims, but it really wasn't intentional because they were under the influence and they were driving. The Carmelo Anthony case is different. It was not vehicular. It was with a knife. There was direct violence. Now, if you thought of that, then you would get an A in my class. That's a great point. So let me give you a case that is a little closer to home. Now, let's take a pause from this Carmelo Anthony insanity for a second to have a quick word from our sponsor, Chapter Medicare. If someone you love is on Medicare, this matters. The Department of Justice just reviewed 0163 or
good for him.
Gun. He goes outside where she's standing. Now, dumpster fire. I got off peace of mind today. Now, let's get back to this Carmelo Anthony dumpster fire. A guy gets mad at his wife, and rightly so. He thinks that she's cheating on him. He goes and loads up his shotgun. He goes outside where she's standing. Now, she's unarmed, and she's recording him on her phone. He cocks the shotgun and points it directly at her teeth. He says, all right, goodbye. You are going to meet Jesus. And then he blows her away. She was unarmed and in Texas. Do you know who else was unarmed? Do you know who else was in Texas? That's right, Anthony Metcalf, Carmelo's victim. Now, the jury in the case with the husband gave that man just 10 years in prison, and he is eligible for parole after only 5 years. Think about it, 5 years in prison for a straight up killing. I am positive that every single one of you would have said, lock him up for life, lock him up forever. She's a woman, she was unarmed, she didn't even hit him, and he only got 10 years with maybe 5 years to serve. Now you ask, well, Professor Lead, why so little time? Well, the defense team in that case did a great job of humanizing the husband, humanizing the killer, and getting the jury on his side. The jury didn't hate the killer. In Carmelo's case, do you think the jury would hate Carmelo if Austin's father, Jeff, pleaded with the jury for mercy?
No, they would not hate him. They absolutely would not hate him. And this is where Dominique Alexander really dropped the ball. Jeff Metcalf gave them a gift on a silver platter by showing up to that press conference.
pleaded with the jury for grace, is seen praying and reconciling and crying with the Carmelo family. Everyone in that courtroom would be crying, listening to Jeff's victim impact statement. The judge would be crying. The bailiffs would be crying. The attorneys would be crying. The jury.
Dry in the house.
Believe me, everyone in that courthouse would have their eyes full of tears. At the end of the day, we are all human. Carmelo would have been spared. He would have not gotten a lot of time. You can absolutely get a judge and jury on your side. You just have to know how to do it. Now, and this is the last case, and this is for all of my A students. Let's go back to the vehicular homicide cases. You think that you can get off easy by killing somebody with your car, remember? Remember when you thought, oh, well, it's because the guy who killed 4 people was driving. That's why he got 0 years in prison. Okay, that guy killed 4 people. What about a guy that killed 6 people in his car at a parade? You've got 5 seconds to consider how many years this guy would get for killing 6 people. If the first guy got 0 years in prison for killing 4 people, how many years in prison did this guy get for killing 6 people? All right, you got your answer? Don't you know that this guy got 1,000 years? 1,000. They calculated it out to like 1,067 years. He got.
How the fuck do you give somebody 1,000 years in prison?
6 life sentences and an additional 760 years for the people that he hurt with his car. Now,
God damn.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
This nigga got 6 life sentences, and then another 765 years? God damn.
how do you go from 0 to 1,000? Well, this guy got every single person in the community to hate him. Daryl Brooks never apologized to any of the family members and was hostile to everyone in the courthouse during his court case. The judge ended up blasting him. So now, my law student, you can see the importance of getting the families, getting the community on your side. It can be the difference between 0 years and 1,000 years. Is the Carmelo family doing that? Is the Carmelo family getting the Austin Metcalf family on their side by kicking out Austin's father at the press conference? It's insanity how they are handling the Carmelo case, and Carmelo will pay the price. Now, people have asked, they said, well, Lee, if you represented the Carmelo family, how would you have handled it if Jeff Metcalf showed up at the press conference? Guys, there are so many ways that this press conference could have been used to benefit not only Carmelo, but both.
Dude, and again, Dominique Alexander allowed a golden opportunity to slip through his fingers. He let a golden opportunity slip through his fingers, man. All he had to do was let Jeff Metcalf into the press conference. They pray together. That would have made all the difference in the world. The narrative would be completely different.
Family's entire well-being. I would have already talked to Carmelo's family about how important Jeff is to the entire case. Hopefully, the Carmelo family would have already communicated with Jeff numerous times, expressing remorse, expressing sorrow, offering apologies for the incident. And if Jeff shows up at that press conference, guess what? We are not having a Carmelo press conference anymore. We are having a joint press conference.
There you go.
And guess what else? Jeff Metcalf gets the microphone first. He gets the spotlight.
Woo!
We stand behind him while he talks. He gets the first words, and he can talk for as long as he wants. Now, a few of you might say, well, what happens if he goes off the rails? What happens if he starts saying bad things about Carmelo? Well, good.
Charles Merchant says, hard R's never humble themselves. They double down every time.
Let him say it. He's not saying anything that we all haven't felt. And you know what we do? We stand there behind him, and we take it. We take our loss with grace and patience and understanding. This man just lost a son. We are taking all of his heat. We know that the jury is going to see that too. The jury is going to be watching our demeanor while this man is up there blazing us. And after he's finished, we get on the microphone. What do? We express our understanding of his words. We express how justified he is in feeling everything that he feels. All parents can understand where this man is coming from. We thank him for his strength to join us. We tell everyone that we welcome this and all future opportunities to listen to Jeff. We express remorse at the circumstances again, and we apologize for the
remorse. And Carmelo Anthony's camp, they have showed zero remorse. They've showed zero remorse, man. That's why this is why this kid is going to prison for life, fam. Like, the community already doesn't like Dominique Alexander. They don't like the fact that the family is asking for more money. This is all
circumstances
bad.
again. And you know what we do then? We shut up. We end the press conference right there. We don't go on to put the blame on racist white people. We don't go on to keep claiming self-defense. We don't need to argue self-defense at the press conference. The attorneys, if they need to, can argue that in court. Blaming white people and screaming self-defense gets us nowhere. We have to be intelligent for once in our lives. We end the press conference on the best note possible. The jury is going to see it. If the press conference goes off the rails, it's not going to hurt us because, again, everyone can understand where Jeff is coming from. And Jeff is always free to say those things anyway, inside the press conference or out. So we take the risk. But you know what? Because of what Jeff expressed in the past and because of the man that Jeff Metcalf is, I bet that that press conference would not have gone off the rails. I would bet that it would have been beautiful. And like Jeff said, we would have prayed together and sought reconciliation together. And that would have been the start of getting so many years off Carmelo's prison sentence. So what needs to happen going forward? If the family hired me, the lead, to consult with them on this case, here's what I would tell them. First, and this is number one, fire the baby shaking Minister of Justice.
Fire his ass. This nigga's got to go. This nigga's got to go. The Anthony family has made so many missteps with this situation. But this is the biggest misstep of all, is allowing this man to be your spokesperson.
That man immediately and publicly let everyone know that he is no longer on the team. We've got attorneys now. We've got the lead consulting now. We definitely don't need baby shaking convicted felons representing us. Second, I would appoint Jeff, the father, to choose a new spokesman. I tell him to think of someone like a retired
Nate Root says, Donovan, doesn't it come down to who gets in the jury box? Put in people that are sympathetic to Carmelo. You're absolutely right. And what you're talking about is the process called voir dire, which is the Latin word for jury selection, right? But here's the thing, Nain. The other side gets to pick too, okay? It's not just it's not just the defense that gets to put people on the jury, okay? The prosecution gets to decide who is on or off the jury too, right? So yeah, the defense is obviously clearly going to try to get as many people on that jury who are sympathetic to Carmelo Anthony, and the prosecution is more likely to look for the opposite. Okay, but both teams have a say. Both teams have a say. It's not like, all right, well, all we got to do is just get a bunch of people in there that are sympathetic to Carmelo. You're absolutely right, but the other side has power to veto a lot of those selections as well.
Pastor, a real pastor, or a retired judge with impeccable standing. We are giving Jeff the control of this because Jeff is the person who can do the most to help Carmelo and to heal the community. Third, I would tell the family, Carmelo Anthony's family, to cut a check to Jeff immediately for restitution of the funeral. Then give him some more money for counseling, maybe some more money for a memorial. I'm thinking at least $50,000. And here's the thing,
at least.
Quietly. We don't tell a soul. It'll show.
Dude, the Anthony family hasn't offered anything to the Metcalf family. They haven't offered to pay for the funeral. They haven't offered to pay for a memorial service. Nope. They're out renting, $900,000 homes and rolling around in Escalades. With money that came from niggas.
Jeff, our commitment, and maybe Jeff will mention it to the community later on, but even if he doesn't, fine. We still give him the money privately, and we give it to him right now, 24 hours. Then I would also set up a new GoFundMe, and I would add Jeff as a co-trustee to that. The new GoFundMe would be for a scholarship fund in Austin's name.
Oh, and dude. Okay, look. Look. Drew Anthony, if you're watching, Drew Anthony and Kayla Hayes, if you're watching this right now, you need to hire this lead attorney guy. If there is if your son stands a snowball's chance in hell of not being sent to prison for the rest of his natural born life, this is the guy you need to hire.
Carmelo family make the first contribution. I'm thinking maybe another $50,000. Now the
go.
Carmelo family has already collected $500,000, and some of that's going to be used on the lawyers, even though apparently Carmelo applied for a free lawyer, but we'll talk about that in another video. So the family can afford to give $100,000 to the man who can help their son the most. It's an investment in Carmelo and towards communal reconciliation. Guys, as you can see, there is so much that goes into a criminal case, and Carmelo's mother is so ignorant in hiring a baby shaking minister of justice than hiring someone with true knowledge and experience and wisdom. Do you think that it's possible for Carmelo's mom to turn this around and get Jeff on her side, on Carmelo's side? Or do you think that it's just too late? Let me know in the comments below.
Okay, so shout out to the lead attorney, man. Shout out to the lead attorney. Okay. All right. I'll probably react. I'm gonna react to the Charleston White. Well. All right. Let me quickly take a look at this Charleston White thing here. Because I don't want this to
apologize to Carmelo.
I don't want this to dominate the show. Here we go. So here is Charleston White.
I want to take the time to apologize to Carmelo Anthony's family. Man, I was all the way wrong about that kid. I was all the way wrong about that kid, homie.
Yeah, he was just indicted.
I was all the way wrong about that kid. I met with his father. I've been meeting.
New Britain Polly says lead attorney made a hit piece on Myron and the Red Pill. Yeah, I know. I'm aware of that. That doesn't mean that the lead attorney doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, this is one of the few occasions where I can compartmentalize, you know, my personal feelings from my professional feelings. No, I don't like that the lead attorney did a hit piece on Myron, but by the same token, you know, I think it's, you know, it's sad. It's sad that he's, you know, that he's stricken with cancer, and I hope he's going to be okay, man. I really, really do. I really, really do.
Meeting with his father regularly. I had opportunity to talk, you know, piece him up. He go beat these charges. I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school. So I'm taking a knife to school. Fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on, Charleston. If Carmelo didn't take a knife to school, then how did he get the knife to stab Austin? Andrew JS says, I don't like TLA. Yeah, I'm not TLA's biggest fan either, guys. I'm not TLA's biggest fan either. And guys, by the way, y'all, the last time I made an appearance on the lead attorney, I sort of locked horns with Abuela Jen. I locked horns with Abuela Jen. She called me the N-word on the air, right? Of course, everybody came and simped for her, but that was the last time I was ever. That was the last time I had anything to do with the lead attorney. So, Kyle 2020 with the $5 super chat says Carmelo Anthony is an indictment on the community. No matter what, the nigga community loses because they endorsed him to begin with.
Yep.
Absolutely. Let's continue with Charleston.
These two white boys just came over there with him because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who these big old white boys, big white boys. He a small frame kid.
Yeah, small frame kid who is also the captain of his football team. If you're the captain of your football team, you can play some ball. If you're the captain of your football team, you are used to being in physical confrontations, albeit legal, with persons of Austin and Hunter Metcalf's size. I don't know if he played offense or defense, but Carmelo Anthony regularly dealt with people on the football field who are larger than he is, so I don't want to hear that.
One of the white boys was on that side, one of the white boys on that side. So either way go, they had him blocked in.
Oh, God.
And these some big white boys. These are some big, violent, aggressive white boys who got guns. And not only that, the one he killed whooped their daddy. See, the daddy coming into the picture playing like he been a...
Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I can't take this seriously. I can't take this seriously, man. Yeah. I mean, listen, I love Charleston White, and this doesn't really change my opinion of him. He's wrong. He's absolutely wrong. Ghost Artist on the Rumble side says lead attorney was spot on, but that kind of thinking is way beyond the nigga community. Absolutely. 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 Luke Perry says Charleston White can be bought for the right price. Can't trust someone like that. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. He has abandoned common sense. He has abandoned common sense. All right, guys, we are going to get to the Myron Gaines change my mind street debates. I promise you, we will absolutely get to that. But guess what, guys? We do this every day. It is the best, hard-hitting, and most controversial segment in the manosphere. It's Hard R Bingo, everybody. Yes, sir. It is Hard R. Oh, shit. Hang on, y'all. I gotta go pee. Whew. Damn, that just hit me out of nowhere. Sorry about that, y'all. Woo. Boy, that hit me out of nowhere, man. I took down that Red Bull just like that. Okay, so for those of you who are new, this is the Hard R Bingo card. This is Hard R Bingo card number 27. When we get bingo with any one of our bingo cards, we retire the card. We have yet to retire number 27. The squares are as follows. I'm not resisting. I hate white people and cops. They start recording with their phone. You doing too much? Let me call my mommy. I'ma fuck you up. Let me call my lawyer. What you doing, bruh? You a racist cracker. Where's my phone at? I can't breathe. Hey man, why you got him cuffed like that? I'm in fear for my life. Don't touch me. Read me my rights. I have to go to the hospital. My kids! Loosen the handcuffs. I gotta go to my fake job. I'm going to sue. Call your sergeant. My cousin's a cop. Take that badge off. I ain't do nothing. I don't have ID. Rogue Nation says, why is everyone drinking Red Bulls? I don't really know what kind of question that is, but let's go ahead and get to the Hard R podcast. The Hard R segment. So we're going to react to two videos today. We're going to react to two Hard R videos today. This first one is entitled, She Crashes into Neighbor's House, Then Tries to Flee. Here we go.
Listen. Yeah, shut the f up. All right. I need.
Oh, never mind. Dude. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. We've seen that one already. Sorry about that. Here's another one. I'm sorry about that. Let's try this again. This first video is entitled, Man Makes the Worst Choice Possible After a Simple Traffic Stop.
Around.
Put your hands on your back.
Oh, there we go.
Taser deployed!
I know I ain't do, bro. That's why I ran. Like,
On May
Yep, I didn't do shit.
2020,
We would think the black dad ain't around.
an
The
officer
white
noticed
dad
a
ain't
vehicle.
around. The mother don't even identify
Sorry,
the daddy
y'all.
as the husband. So he must have been an abusive father. He ain't even been in their life. So he just come and get in the light. So he a low down dirty cracker. His sons are bullies. They bullying on the kid. No.
Sorry, y'all. Give me a sec.
Because he black. Get from up under the chin. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere.
Where the hell did that go?
And they got a reputation of beating up people. The one he had.
And they got a reputation for beating up people. Come on.
He
man.
broke his daddy's ligaments. Big old strong crowd.
Damn, where the hell
He
is
should have
it?
killed both of them.
Oh, there it is.
He should have killed both them Peckerwoods.
Oh, come on, man. Dude, Charleston, like I said, I can't take that. I can't take that seriously. I cannot take that take seriously. Like, he's just gone completely off the rails. Okay, sorry about that. Here we go.
Vehicle driving at a high rate of speed and swerving from its lane of travel. The officer followed the vehicle to a residence where it stopped.
You got your driver's license on you, my man?
Oh, yeah. I ain't
Hold on. Hey, hey, hey.
See behind me.
Relax. Hey, come here.
I'm gonna grab him.
Okay. Chill out. So, my name's Officer McLean. The reason I'm getting out with you
Yeah.
is when you
When I pulled out.
pulled out, you're driving all sorts of reckless, you're on the
yeah.
wrong side of the roadway, all that good stuff.
Nah, we saw him in the middle. You saw him on the road. I was messing with
Okay.
him.
But you can't drive like that down a residential road, my man.
I was just messing with him.
I got you.
See what my
All right, my
registration out here.
Do me a favor. What's your name, man?
Carry on. I'm grabbing my
Carry on. All right.
license right now. I
All right.
have my wallet.
Hold on.
Tavion.
Hey, put your hands up where I can see them. I'm gonna ask you because I see the bag of bullets. Is there a firearm in the car?
Yeah, it's in my thing right there.
In the back?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as you leave it there, man, we're good.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I just got the bag of bullets from
I
my
got
goddamn
you.
cousin.
Okay.
But you good.
How you spell your first name, man?
K-I-E-R-E-O-N. I just had my wallet.
Spider X says, y'all don't want to hear another side to the story, huh? Well, you know what? I'll tell you what, Spider X. You're down to hear all sides? I'll tell you what. How about this, Spider X? How about you pull up? How about you pull up? Because I see you getting all bold. Yeah. See, here we are. Here we go. I see getting all bold in the chats. Y'all biased. Nobody knows what really happened except those who were there. Nigga, pull up. Dude, I swear to God, you niggas all the same. You're down to hear both sides? Guess what? Now I'm going to ban your ass because I want to talk to your dumb ass. You ain't, you ain't finna, no. You finna come up and talk to me now, Negro. You finna come up and talk to me now, Negro. I ain't gonna let you sit in there and talk a bunch of shit. So you can either pull up or you can shut the fuck up. What's it gonna be? Nigga? Come on. Let's go. I'm gonna drop the link right now. I swear to God, you guys always have the most fucking mouth. Y'all have the most fucking mouth. But when push comes to shove, you guys tuck tail and run like the cowards you people are. Y'all don't want to hear both sides. You know what? Enlighten me, Negro. Let's go ahead and do the both sides. Oh, we're biased, huh? Come on up and tell me why we're biased. But I know you won't. Because you niggas are cowards. And oh, by the way, Spider X, if you pull up, your ass needs to be on fucking camera. I'm not arguing. I'm not having discussions with avatars. Nah, bruh. We need to be face to face, voice to voice, like a real motherfucking man. So here we go, Spider X. Swear to God, every single time, there's always, you people are all the same. There it is. And I'm going to pin the link in the chat. So you can either pull up or you can shut the fuck up. But what you're not going to do is, troll my chat from the chat. You want to troll us? Do it live and in color. Let's go.
Pretty good, man. Relax. Hold on. Hang on. Carry on. Listen to me, man.
His name is Carry On.
You're good, man. Hang out for a second. I'm just going to get your name, date of birth. We'll run you in that way, and we'll be done. All right?
Yo, you know this nigga's guilty. This nigga's name is Carry On. Oh, my God.
What's your last name, Carry On?
Black, B-L-A-C-K.
Do you have a middle name?
D-A-I-S-H-A-U-N.
10/4/10/23.
Sean.
What's your date of birth, man?
January
Sean.
2001.
All right. You have a license out of Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, there he is. Spider pulled up. All right, hold on. Let me get this all set up here. Hang on 1 second, Spider. All right, I got you up here now. Give me 1 second. All right, Spider, tell me. So what's on your mind? I can't hear you. You gotta unmute yourself. Oh, go ahead. No, you're good. I can hear you.
Well, first, Porter, so I ain't want no beef. I'm a Donovan Sharpe supporter, first of all.
Okay.
I mean, nothing to discuss. You didn't even let the video play. You ain't let Charleston White explain it. I'm not leaning towards one side or the other when it comes to Carmelo's case.
Okay, your comment said y'all are biased. Nobody knows what really happened except those who were there. When people make those kinds of comments, Spider, what that says to me is that you disagree with the public narrative. What say you?
Like I said, I'm more neutral. Valid. I mean,
yeah, you seem to have why is your sound is? I can't hear you. Your sound is cutting in and out. Okay, there we are. I can hear you now. It sounds like so. Here's what's happening here, Spider. Okay, you were big and bold and mouthy in the chat, but now that we're one-on-one, now you're going to tuck tail and run. Say it with your chest, bruh. Like, seriously, man, I didn't call you up here to agree with me and tuck tail and run. If you got something to say, then say it. Whether I agree with you or not, at least you've got my respect. So don't pussy out now. Say it with your chest. What do you think? I can't hear you. Your sound is going in and out. Yeah, I think we might have some... Oh, wait a minute. I heard that.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't talking to. If you go read my comments, I wasn't talking shit. I wasn't cussing. I wasn't doing none of that.
Where do you stand on the Carmelo Anthony? Where do you stand on the Carmelo Anthony situation? Do you think he's guilty or innocent?
I think having a knife. Yeah, I think that's. I think that he has some guilt there. I don't know that his story was totally invalid, that he was defending himself. I don't know if that's totally invalid, but yeah, stabbing somebody when the altercation wasn't lethal to begin with, he's probably guilty. I would say, if I had to guess, I would say he's guilty. But the reason I left those comments was because I wanted to hear Charleston White's side of it, but you and everybody in your comments was just like, nah, nobody hearing that. Coon, this hard R, this, that. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, he is a hard R. He's acting like a nigga. Yeah, we're calling it like the fuck it is. Because Charleston White was like, that boy going to jail. And now all of a sudden he has literally changed his stance. Nothing has changed. All of the facts are still the same. As a matter of fact, the one thing that has changed, Spider, is that there have been people who have seen the video, and to a person, near one of them said or saw that there was an incident leading up to the stabbing. In other words, the self-defense claim is bullshit.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can accept that. I'm not a hard R. I'm not trying to.
All right, nigga chickened out. He chickened out. That's what it was. He got intimidated. It is what it is. King Life with the $10 super chat says, remember when I told you they was gonna use money to buy actors? You said now it's beginning. The hearsay bullshit is coming. Charleston's just another puppet. You might be right, man. You know what? Dude, King Life, bro. Don DeMarco, because I think you actually said that, I think sometime last week? Something like that? It was like last week sometime you called that.
I can grab my wallet. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I just had it.
Well, because you're digging around in there, I know there's a gun in there. That's all. Yeah. I don't want any miscommunication or
anything. Hey, tell Mom to come out here right quick.
All right.
Tell Mom to come out here right quick. Hold out here. They're out here for me.
Carry on.
Then I was messing with bro.
Step right up here, man. I'm not gonna put you in handcuffs, nothing like that. Just hang out right here.
I just got my damn. I see you looking at me. I just grabbed my damn.
Yeah, he's looking at you because you're walking around and you're acting kind of funny, bruh. That's why he's looking at you, bruh. He's looking at you because, like, you're walking around looking like a nigga. Like, what is that?
Other firearm from my cousin. I just put it in my pocket. I was coming.
Okay, always a cousin.
It's clean. I literally just picked it up from him before I came here.
While
I don't know if it's loaded or not, but you can grab it.
While we're dealing with you, man, I'm just gonna take it off you.
That's what I'm saying. You can grab it. I don't know if it's loaded or not.
Nothing else on you?
No.
How the hell do you have a gun on you, but you don't know if it's loaded or not? Like, what are we doing?
All right, hold on. Hey, come here. Keep your hands out your pockets. Relax, man.
Watch out.
We're
Watch
good.
out now.
If that's the case, man, you're being upfront and honest with me. That'll be the end of
I didn't
it.
even see you behind me. That's why I say when you had pulled out here, I got spooked. I'm like, damn, what the hell I did? God.
Nah, he asked for his mama. He asked for his mama. That's not a random nigga intervening. If she comes out, she'll be random.
I don't even know if he got it loaded or not. I just got it from him, man. 150.
Oh my God. I don't know if it's loaded or not. Yeah, stop the cap.
$50, man.
All right.
Was it an illegal gun sale? Oh, he did say bro, didn't he?
Just bought the gun from him, man.
52. What's your 1052?
What is this? Guys, please. You guys got to help me out here. You guys got to help me. Guys, what is this? What is this? I don't guys, this is 2023, so it's not too long ago. But goddamn, man, what? I don't understand. Can somebody, and guys, I'm not being facetious. I want to know why niggas do this. I don't understand.
Hey, carry on. Come here. Hang on. Come here real quick. I'm just gonna make sure there's nothing else on you. All right, relax. What's that?
Oops, sorry.
Hey, listen to me. Relax. All right. If that's all it is, man, we're good.
Yeah,
all right.
Grab it, bro.
Relax.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't on nothing, man.
I got you.
You just spooked me.
I got you, man. Relax. All right. Hold on. Yeah. How far out are you? All right.
So you just spooked me, bro.
Right.
But I'm good.
Do me a favor. We're gonna walk over here in front of the car. Not that you're under arrest or anything. Just stay 10-12 with that.
Do you hear what's happening here? The police officer is trying to handle this guy with kid gloves because he sees what this is. You're not under arrest. Like, he has to keep reassuring this guy because these people have a reputation for going fucking crazy and chimping out.
All right.
Oh, Will Sutton says it tells the other inmates you sweet. Now that I knew, I mean, I've known that. But I don't know why people do this in real life. I don't get it.
I'm gonna have you have a seat over here, man. Again, you're not under arrest. I'm not even putting you in handcuffs. Just have a seat. I'm gonna slide this over. So
I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to get in there.
Oh shit! Here we go. And you want to know why he doesn't want to get in there? Because he knows some shit's about to go down. This is why he's uncomfortable. This is why he is pacing. This is why he's talking a lot. This is why he's filibustering, because something is going on that we're not aware of, that the cops aren't aware of, but that he is. And he thinks that, and he knows that if he gets in that car, they're going to search his car and they're going to find some shit.
I sit right here and talk to you and deal with you.
Okay, well, then here's the deal. Relax for me,
Yeah, I'm
okay?
good.
Hang out. Don't take off on me, nothing like that, and we're good.
Oh, this nigga.
I promise God, I ain't going nowhere.
All right.
Right here. What you doing?
All right, come back over here.
I ain't going
All right.
nowhere.
I want you to just hang out, relax.
Yeah, huh? Nothing. I was messing with Tree. I was messing with Tree and got. I just bought the gun from Cub.
Let's do this. Grab that chair. I'll have you sit down, and you can kind of hang out right here while we do what we need to do. Just stay with that.
Messing with this man, and y'all done got down. I ain't even see y'all, man. That's
You would have driven straight home, you'd have been good.
Yeah, nah, I got down. Y'all say I was playing with him.
Oh shit!
Every time he see me, got down, he swerved on me a little bit, so I had swerved on him.
Oh my God, Tyresha. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Tyresha says, I don't understand why you like seeing black people in distress. You're black yourself, sir. How do you even find these videos? Number one, it's you are, okay? I know you people don't really take speaking, writing, and spelling seriously, but I happen to take it seriously. So when you say you're black yourself, sir, I'm not in possession of being black. I am, you are, contraction, your, Y-O-U, apostrophe R-E. That's the first thing. How do I even find these videos? The Discord. But actually, how do I find these videos? Phoenix Light Games. He is the de facto producer of the Hard R podcast / segment. Tyresha says, I don't understand why you like seeing black people in distress. You know, that's a good question. You know, I think because I find it funny. And it verifies the black fatigue. So yeah, I do. And here's the thing, Tyresha. I don't enjoy seeing black people in distress, okay? I enjoy seeing niggas in distress. You see, there's a difference. Oh my God, now there I go. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Hold on, that was bad. That was bad. Let me, you see, there's a difference between black people and niggas. I don't like it. I don't like it when black people are in distress. No, I am anti-black people in distress, okay? Nigga distress. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Dirty Dan says Tyresha just had to ask the question. I know. Let's continue. Dude, this nigga finna run. I know he finna run.
What else is in the car?
Nothing, probably, I thought that weed was in there. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the firearm you were talking about in the car? There's another one in there?
Yeah, I had my Glock in there.
This nigga's got, well, listen, I mean, if they're registered, it is what it is.
I keep it right up under the seat, behind my seat. I had just
in case the block is hot.
I didn't trust the other guy that my cousin was with. He sold me the gun and stuff.
It's always my fucking cousin, man.
I could pitch you to watch me.
Nah, hang out, man.
I ain't gonna do all that.
No, I'm saying like right here behind the other
I don't get paid to watch that. Come on now.
I'm saying you can watch me, so you know I ain't doing it.
All right, Karen. You said that other gun's in your backpack back here?
No, it's not in my backpack. It's right next to the Glock box. That's what I was just telling him.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna grab it out of there, make sure we're good.
The Glock box.
Right up under my seat. I just took it out the Glock box because the guy
under the front seat?
Yeah, I didn't trust
Dead Games Inc. says, imagine having your pants down and thinking about running from the cops. Yeah, right?
Okay. Okay. Okay, gotcha.
What happened was
Gotcha.
it was my
All right.
cousin.
Thought you were buying it from your cousin.
My cousin.
Nah, the guy's my cousin, but I don't know the guy that my cousin with. I bought it from my little cousin Tank. You know?
Oh, here we go. So now there's somebody else they can't identify.
Okay.
But he got some guy with him, man. And I don't know that dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? I done heard about him before. You know what I'm saying? But I got my Glock box in there for the goddamn, for that Glock right there. It's another Glock box in there. I was gonna put that gun in there.
Yeah, they gotta be down south.
Right quick.
All right, my man. Listen, I'm not taking these. I'm just putting them in my car. So while we deal with
Phoenix Light Games addresses Tyresha, says, if you have an issue with Donovan breaking down these videos, why is that currently right now I have over 200 videos saved of you people doing dumb shit, increasing, pardon me, incrementally every day? Well, it's because we enjoy seeing niggas in distress.
to you.
Nah, you good. I know for sure that was clean.
I got you. Let me ask you a question though, because it smells like weed. You probably had weed on you. Was that the only weed that you had? Was just what was in that bag that I pulled out of your pocket? Nothing else in the car? Okay.
If this is Florida, you know this nigga can run. If this is Florida, you know this nigga runs a 4.240. Like, I'm gonna just let y'all know right now. If when this nigga decides to run, I can tell you who's not gonna catch him. It's not gonna be this guy. This is not gonna be the guy to catch this dude.
Okay. All right, man. Sit tight for just a second. All right.
Anyway, right?
We're stopping you for the driving.
Oh yeah. Nah, I'm good, Jake. Oh yeah. I was gonna say I'm good, Jake. You ain't got to record nothing.
We're recording for you.
Huh?
I said we record for you.
Yeah,
there it is. Uh-oh, he just asked about recording, so there it is.
Save your space on your smartphone.
All right, carry on. So nothing else in the car, no other guns, drugs, nothing like that.
Shade says, sounds like you guys have WNID syndrome. Oh my God, what is WNID syndrome? Inquiring minds want to know.
Not that you know of. Okay. All right.
Well, wait a minute. What? No, hold up. Now, I told y'all that I had the other Glock in the back. I got an AR-15 assault rifle in the trunk. I don't know if it's loaded or not. I got it from my other cousin and his nigga named Boudreaux. But it's back there. I'm just gonna let you know it's back there. Go ahead and do what you got to do.
Mom.
Oh, and then like just a little bit of weed, just like a brick of weed. I got that from my other cousin. Wait, hold on. Well, it was my cousin, and he had the brick of weed. I don't know if it's back there or not. I don't know if it's back there, but he said it was. But I don't know. I didn't see it.
Grab me a wipe so I can wipe my face.
This nigga.
Yeah, I know. They'll let me grab the wipe.
10-4. Carry on. Stand up for me, man.
This nigga looks like he's fast.
What happened?
Listen.
Uh-oh. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Oh, now they're wrestling him. Oh, there he goes. He's running. We got a runner. Oh,
Taser deployed. Taser deployed.
Oh, Ride the lightning! Is that the kind of distress you're talking about, Tyresha?
If you move, I'm gonna tase you again. You understand me?
You good, Jake? Jake, you good? You good, Mom? You good? I'm trying to figure out what happened. He talking about getting put in handcuffs. Hell no.
Bruh, you just ran from the cops, bruh.
Floyd, if you can go ahead and start EMS.
Spankin' Mad says, I blame his cousin. Yeah, so do I. So do I. Yeah, he was quick, though. He was real quick. The only thing that really stopped him was the fence.
And he's 10-15.
Hey.
Praetorian Guard, what is 10-15? Praetorian Guard, oh, I don't see him in here anymore. Never mind.
Mom, come get my keys.
Hey, just stay there.
Father Hana said, right above there.
Alright.
Trying to figure out what the hell.
I stand corrected. I guess they did catch this nigga.
Listen, bud. Relax.
Phoenix Light Game says, he says, and I have the data to back that up, Donovan. I managed to record every single specific situation that has happened in these hard R videos. It's a lot of information. Don't get too overwhelmed. Happy to do it. So Phoenix Light Games, what he has been working on is he has been working on compiling. He's been working on compiling data that with all of our hard R videos. I can't, dude, we are going to be revealing his findings tomorrow. Shane will win with the $5 super chat. Says he's a runner, he's a track star. Yes, he is.
Cause I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to put me in handcuffs for. That's why I ran. They did.
In the arm. But here's the deal, man. It's better for you to.
That's why I ran. Shit, I'm trying to
We're
figure
good.
out
I have both signal zeros in my car. I haven't checked the rest of the car yet, just the trunk area. All right, bud. Listen to me. I'm just gonna move you around a little bit. I gotta find out where all these probes went in at. Yeah. All right. So I can get them all out. All right.
This nigga ran from and wrestled with the cops, but we're still treating this guy civilly?
Mom. Come get my keys and call my mama.
Relax.
Call my
stay
mama
over there for right now, my man. We'll get all that situated in a minute, all right?
Oh, damn. Dude, the white cop's got some flavor to him, though.
We'll get him to her. Don't worry about it.
He said, we'll get taken care of, all right?
Huh?
Listen.
Luke Berry says Discord got more videos than Pete Diddy. He's stupid.
But relax your arm. I'm going to pull these two out so I can move them.
Oh, he did say my kids, didn't he?
Hold still, man. Hold still. All right,
leave him in there, let the EMS.
Yeah, let EMS.
Yeah, all right.
Let's sit him up.
All right, roll to your side, my man. Kick your knees to your chest.
No, we can put it in the call MCI, keep down.
All right, and then roll to your butt.
Nope, not yet.
Yeah, that's why I say come get my car keys,
Not
right?
yet.
Hold on, relax. We'll give them to you, man.
Hold on.
Okay.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Okay. All right. You got anything in your pockets before we sit you down?
No, I have it in
Oh, we already checked?
I don't know. Y'all might want to check again. Y'all don't know what's on the box.
Right.
Oh, there it is. I ain't did nothing. Yeah, except for running from the cops.
I'm trying to,
have a seat, man.
Mom, you know why I ran? Because he walked up on me and said, put your hands behind your back, and I ain't did shit. Oh, no.
Yeah, you're not supposed to run from cops when they tell you to put your hands behind your back, buddy. That's called resisting arrest.
Listen to me, man. Oh, no.
Listen to me. Hell
no. I'm going to run you every time. Hell no. I ain't did nothing.
Okay.
He says, I'm going to run every time. Oh, my God. Bruh. Do you see? This is the problem with niggas. He just doubled down. I'm going to run every time. Bro, you don't run from the cops. It never ends well. What are we doing?
Let me explain to you, my man.
Oh, yeah, I'm listening. I'm talking about
that gun that you had in your pocket was stolen.
It was?
Okay? Yep.
Oh
shit.
Yeah, I got you now. The gun in his pocket was stolen. Remember when he said what happened was that I had bought it from my cousin. You ain't buy it from your cousin, bruh.
Stop the cap.
You stole that bitch.
On top of the weed that you had in your pocket.
I just bought this fucking gun. Literally.
No.
A couple of reasons.
Cap.
I came over here.
That's cap. That's cap.
I just bought this gun.
That's cap.
That's why I was
Motherfucking
telling you
cap.
The other one is clean.
No,
I
that's
know
cap.
the other one clean. I just bought that
Do you want to
fucking
get him in
gun.
my car and just wait for EMS? Or just leave him here?
That's just his parents, right?
Huh?
That's just his parent. No, he's got probes on. He can sit there for a second. He's all right. He ain't doing nothing now.
Yeah,
he's going well with his hands behind.
He's cooked. He's cooked, y'all. That's it. It's a wrap.
Anything else hurt on you, Kieran, besides?
Yeah, he's good.
Where the probes went?
No, I'm good, man. I was just trying to. I know I ain't.
Stella says, have any of these videos resulted in a shootout? Yeah, there are videos that do result in shootouts, but I don't react to those, obviously, because of YouTube's anti-gun violence policy.
I know I ain't do, bro. That's why I ran.
But,
like, you ain't taking me to something I ain't do.
If you wouldn't have
but
ran,
then
you would have had a conversation.
Bruh, no, sorry. See, do you see what niggas trying to do now? Well, the reason why I ran is because the cop tried to arrest me for something I didn't do. That's not up to you. You don't run from cops. Sorry.
About it, but
yeah, there it is. El Coro says running is not the best way to say I'm innocent. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was afraid of, was you taking off.
Cause I'm like, bro, I know I ain't did. You talking about this gun?
Yeah, nah, bro, you ain't gonna talk your way out of this one. Man.
I just bought that gun, bro. I ain't even had the gun 30 minutes, and you talking about the bitch stolen. Stop the cap. I hope the bitch ain't got nothing on it.
Stop capping. If you are in the possession of stolen property, you are the one in trouble for it. Give me a break.
That's what I'm saying. I just bought the gun. That's what I'm saying. I was coming back here. I just bought it.
Yeah, you're good. Did you find there should be 2 other probes over there somewhere?
Got one there.
Okay.
Is this the other one?
No. Find the wire. That's gonna be easiest way to trace it.
Once we get done with the vehicle, we'll...
Great F1 race yesterday. Great F1 race. It was won by Lando Norris. Should have been Oscar Piastri, but Piastri caught a 10-second penalty that he probably didn't deserve, but I understood the penalty. Great race yesterday. Nico Hülkenberg got his first podium yesterday, so that was fun to watch.
Well, transfer what needs to be transferred over to you. Searching it.
Phoenix Light Game says he said I was afraid. I think that counts. Oh, you know what? I'll put it in there. All right, cool.
We have enough to search it.
They had enough to search it.
Shit, nigga.
Eventually, yes, but as of right now,
It's
gotta come.
Yeah, Bill George says Hamilton finished 4th. Right. And here's the thing. Devin and I were watching. We saw Hamilton closing on Hülkenberg. I think he got to within maybe a half a second, and then after that, Hamilton's tires left. And Hülkenberg got the podium. Good race, though. Very good race. A lot of crashes, too, uncharacteristically. And by the way, I don't expect Franco Colapinto to be with Alpine because there are very, very strong, credible sources and rumors that says that Valtteri Bottas will probably replace Franco Colapinto at Alpine. And Valtteri Bottas is currently the reserve driver for Mercedes, whom he drove for before.
You get out.
I'm saying that one clean and I got a box for it. Why you can't just give that one to my mom? She got her gun license.
No, because it was found in.
No, it was found in the car.
It's gonna go with you. It's one thing for like your cell phone and a little bit of petty cash, but stuff like that, right? It's gonna come with you, and it's gonna.
What I gotta do to get it back then?
When you get out, you'll have to come to the police department and see our property tech.
Oh, Sig Zero is a weapon, in this case a gun. Oh, okay.
To release it to you. Okay. I'll give you some documents that will explain all that.
Yeah, I don't understand that though. If the gun was clean and it wasn't found on me, and I got the box and stuff for it, why you gotta take it? Why you can't just take the one that I just bought?
Because you're being arrested for a crime.
Yeah, Berchilli says Verstappen almost crashed 10 times in those conditions. Crazy. I actually thought that the rain was going to be advantage Verstappen. Because you remember last year in Sao Paulo, personally the greatest drive I've ever seen, Verstappen started P17 and came all the way back and won the race.
And that was in your possession when you're arrested for the crime. Does that make sense?
Bottas is driving for, is he really driving for Cadillac?
Because it was in the car with you.
I didn't know that.
During the
Hold up.
That's all.
Little F1 talk here.
Mom, just call the bail bondsman. And I was playing with Trigg in the middle of the road, and they were just stopping me to tell me like I'm driving weird. I need to chill out. But I had the damn gun on me. I told him I just bought it. When he ran the serial number, the damn gun was stolen.
Carry on. So, fire department's here. They're gonna come over.
I ain't running, bro. I ain't going nowhere, bro. You good, bro? All right. Don't reason
You said you weren't going nowhere before, bruh.
I told you I'm good. The only reason I tried to run from you because you talking about putting my hand behind my back.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Had you not run, we could have probably had a conversation.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought
There it
we
is.
was gonna have,
Yeah, but you going to jail now, Negro.
Citation and shit.
Now at this point, my man.
I mean, we good. I know I'm going.
Got to go to jail, bruh.
Because I tried to run, but shit, bro. I'm telling you right now, officer, what's your name is? McLean. If you ever run into me and I ain't did nothing, you ain't telling me what I know I ain't did nothing, and you trying to take me to jail. Please.
See, I know I ain't did nothing. See, you can't. The judge is not going to tell you. The judge is not going to tell you, I know you ain't done nothing. Bill George says, is Verstappen going to Mercedes next year? No. Verstappen is most definitely not going to Mercedes. I know the rumors are rampant. Dude, Christian Horner will make sure. Dude, Christian Horner would give up his firstborn to keep Verstappen. That's not happening.
I'm telling you that right now. I ain't playing, bro. I know I ain't did nothing. I'm innocent.
This nigga, I know I ain't did nothing. That's not up to you, though. See, you as the perpetrator, you don't get to determine your guilt or innocence.
I just bought the gun. That's why I told you can look at the other one.
Not yet. They're in the fatty portion of his arm, and we can't get a good enough.
And the motherfuckers hurt.
Get him out.
Please, goddamn.
I think there might be one down on his leg.
Ooh, Praetorian Guard says probably broken glass, took it from a car of a burglary. It probably did. Saber89 with the $2 super chat, or I'm sorry, with the $2 Rumble rant says it would be best for him to shut up, or they will use him to flip on the ones who he bought the gun from, make him a snitch. Oh boys, you know snitches get stitches and get thrown in ditches, right? You know that, right?
Pain besides where the prongs are.
No, that's great. It don't even hurt where the prongs are. It's just when y'all pull that little damn string, whatever. I feel that bit tugging my meat.
We'll get him out.
What?
But I'm good.
All right, so are there any area to be precaution of? Nope.
Yep. He tried
you can let Mr. Bass witness his innocence.
Man, I'm on run, especially if I ain't done nothing. Yeah, you don't get to decide your innocence or guilt, buddy boy. Oh no, not another gun?
No, it's gonna hurt a little bit, my man. Ready?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Miller X says you only show the black people getting locked up, bro. No, I show niggas getting locked up. There's a difference.
I was gonna say, he did fall. So
God damn.
Hey, go grab my. Go grab in my. It's a loose area. My med bag in the back. Just grab some band-aids. We got it. We'll get it out of our truck.
Damn, they got everybody out there.
First, and we're gonna make sure there's not one in the leg. Okay. Grab that.
You got nothing in your leg? Huh? Sure.
We're just trying to get them all untangled. And...
A bag.
Boy, that water's tasting good today. I guess 20 miles in bench press will do that to you.
I had weed.
Y'all, I rode my bike. I rode my bike 19 and a half miles today, and I feel fucking great. I can't wait for tomorrow. Oh shit!
They in the car.
You about to find a razor blade in his
called
booty?
Bill Bonds. I ain't had no cocaine.
We'll call a razor blade. Hey man, I got a razor blade in my booty. I got the razor blade in my booty.
Cocaine in my ass.
Did he say cocaine?
Well, we can't because I got everything they pull out. I got to take with me.
Of course, he's got fucking Jordans. Of course, he has Jordans.
So you don't know if he was already in the yard. He's just going by what he says. That's the officer that's doing the traffic stop. So if you have,
traffic stop and he's backed up in my yard parked already. So how
I don't know what he done prior to that. You'll have to check with this when he gets clear over there. I'll have him come over and he can explain it to you. Okay.
Miller says, "Whatever, bro. You and Tommy be tap dancing." Yeah. So Miller X, and I'm gonna come out with a nigga glossary, a niggosity. When niggas come in here and say you tap dance, what they're referring to is you acting like a law-abiding, upstanding citizen, okay? If you get pulled over for any reason and the cop comes up to the cop comes up and asks you for your license and registration, by complying with the cops, you are tap dancing. When the cop says, "Do you know why I pulled you over today?" and you say, "Yeah, I was probably speeding," they call that tap dancing. When the cop asks you to step out of the car and you actually get out of the car, they call that tap dancing. What you guys have to understand is that niggas consider following the law tap dancing. This is just what it is. This is just what it is.
And I guess the grandmother wants to know why you harassed him in the yard. Was there a traffic stop?
So, correct. So we were coming down to Tuskegee. He pulls out of the apartments right there by...
And I'm not your bro, Miller. You and I are not bros.
This spot right there.
Right.
And guns it as he's coming over. I mean, he's doing this over...
Miller ain't coming up to talk about this.
The speed humps and everything on the wrong side of the road. So I told him speed up and catch up to him. So...
Tyresha. Oh, wow. So Tyresha is really in here. Yeah, I do actually have a link. Miller X, you want to come up and talk to me about nigga shit? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here you go, Miller. Hashtag pull up. Yeah, come on up, bruh. So Tyresha says, PLG, why do you hate black women so much? Is this how your mother raised you? To be racist, to be a racist towards your own people? To have such hatreds when we are the ones that gave you life, it's just sad. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, Tyresha, allow me to answer for Phoenix Light Games. I don't hate black women. I just don't date black women. Isn't it funny how these black bitches assume that if we don't date them, that we must hate them? I don't hate you people. I feel sorry for you people, number one. Number two, you asked, is this how your mother raised you? Yeah, actually it is, Tyresha. You see, Tyresha, the reason why I don't date black women is because of my mother, okay? My mother was a poor example of what a doting, dutiful, feminine wife should have been. My mother cheated on my father with impunity. I think she had like 2 abortions while we were in Hawaii. And then, of course, she ended up leaving us with him to go chase this crackhead up in Detroit. Now, me being a male, no one had to explain to me what femininity looked and felt like. It's just something that you inherently see and understand. What I saw in my mother, I said, okay, I don't want to be with women like that. And so my first little taste of femininity came from a fair-haired girl by the name of Jill. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is what dating is supposed to be. What you have to understand, Tyresha, is when the only example you have as a little boy in terms of what black women are is your poor excuse of a mother, yeah, that's going to cause what you guys affectionately call mommy issues. Yes, I have mommy issues. My mother was a terrible excuse of a mother. And she is probably the main reason I don't date black women today. Because my mother, I'm gonna tell you what, I gotta thank my mom for that. I really, really do. I really, really do. My mother wasn't the exception to the rule. My mother was the rule. She was the rule. And so when I looked around, I saw girls that were my same color acting like my mom. And I decided, oh, okay, so this is how black women act. I'm going to go that way. There you go. Let's get it.
Gets up here and he comes down Georgia from Harlem. And so I was like, go straight so we can try to cut him off.
All right.
We come out to Harlem. He cuts down this way.
Oh, he tried to be slick.
Into the parking spot.
He tried to be
So
slick.
that's when I roll up and we hit the light. We're in the driver's seat.
Okay.
Just put it in park when we rolled up. So.
Perfect. Okay, so legit traffic.
Yep.
Okay. All right, all day long. All right.
22-year-old Kyrian Black was charged with carrying a concealed weapon, theft of a firearm, concealing a weapon during a felony, drug charges, and resisting arrest. Bond was set at $14,000.
Man, I swear to God, I wish, man, $14,000 bond. Man, I would kill for some shit like that. Okay, we are going to do one more police video. This one is relatively short, and then we will get into the Myron Gaines shenanigans. This one is entitled, Man with Kidnapping Warrants Thinks He's Above the Law. Oh boy.
Tony, police department, we know you're in there. Come to the door.
We set the hard R bingo card here.
Tony, police department, come to the door.
Oh, shit. Tony, answer the door, Tony. Tony.
We know you're in there.
Tony, answer the door, bruh. Oh, there he is.
Step on out for me.
What's going on?
Step on out for me.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
You get tased.
Don't fight.
We gonna ride the lightning.
Don't resist.
We gonna ride the lightning.
Stop resisting. Chill out and we'll tell you. Chill out. We'll tell you. Chill out. We'll tell you.
I didn't do nothing.
Stop fighting. Relax.
What's going on? I want to know what's going on.
You have a warrant for your arrest.
There you go.
Okay, just relax. Tony, relax.
This nigga trying to act like he didn't know what the fuck is going on. If you didn't know what the hell was going on, you'd have answered the door sooner. Stop it.
I want to know first.
We're explaining. You have a warrant for your arrest.
Miller, you asked me if I had a link about 10 minutes ago. I gave it to you, and I don't see you in here. Where you at?
I appreciate you coming to the door.
Okay, can I know what's going on?
Yeah, we're going to explain it to you. Hold on. Just relax. Tony, relax. Relax. Just relax. Just relax.
I'm good. I'm good. You guys already put me that thing, so I'm good.
Oh, he sounds like an island. He doesn't sound American.
I'm good. I said, I'm good.
Listen.
You heard me?
Listen.
What I do? Not touch me like that.
Listen.
Oh, don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
I'm not going to tell you. Stop being
I'm going to
stupid.
tase him.
Stop.
I want to get
Stop
video.
fighting.
I want to get video of everything they're doing me. I have
What?
blood on my mouth. I want to do video now.
Stop resisting.
What is he talking
I
about?
have the blood on my mouth. I want to do video. They're fighting me. I don't do nothing.
You are fighting with
You
us.
fighting me. You fighting me. I'm not fighting you.
Yes, you
Okay,
are.
let me down.
Stop.
Can you let me down? Can you let me down?
Are you going to stop fighting with
Can you let me
us?
down?
Are you going to
This
stop
is
fighting?
my house. You can't do that to me.
about to chip
Yes,
out. Yeah,
you
he
have
can.
outstanding felony warrants.
You have a second-degree felony warrant. Yes, we can.
Miller says, I already talked to Tommy Sotomayor. You and him can't be reasoned with, just self-haters. Yep, translation, you're scared. So guess what? Now you're banned, Miller. Now you're banned. See, here's the thing. I don't mind having people in my chat who disagree with me. I don't. What I have a problem with are cowardly-ass niggas who say, where's the link? And then when I give you the link, it's not worth it. You niggas are all the same. You niggas are all the same. I got a question. I'm going to pull up. None of you ever pull up. So you can get the fuck out of here. Can't stand you niggas, man. I've already talked to Tommy and you guys can't be reasoned with. No, we can't be. We can't be. I am very close-minded on this topic because I have enough information to be close-minded. Nice try.
I
You have a
have
warrant?
nothing. God will show you guys everything that's doing is wrong.
You have a felony 2 warrant for kidnapping.
Hey, bro, you doing listen what you're.
Stop resisting us. Are you going to stop?
Okay, let me go. I'm doing nothing.
Okay,
I give
stop
you guys my
resisting.
right. Yes or no?
Stop resisting.
I give you my right. Yes or no?
Okay, are you going to stop?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what
Yes.
you're doing.
Because you're fighting with us.
I'm not fighting you.
Just sit down.
I'm not fighting
Sit
you.
down. Sit down. Sit down.
I'm not fighting you.
Step back from me.
You see,
Just because you're saying it doesn't make it true.
I need my phone. Get my phone.
Yeah, we're going to get
Oh,
Give
where's my phone?
I wanna before we go here. I wanna get that. That video.
We're going to take that with you.
I wanna get.
We're going to take it
I wanna get video. I'm not telling me shit.
Chili says, "Bomba clot."
Not tell me shit.
Call for crime lab and for...
Not tell me shit.
Just come down.
You will not call medical because you guys fighting me and not nothing.
Come down. We're just going to have you checked out. We're going to have you checked out. Okay, we're going to have you checked out.
I need to catch my breath. Bomba cloud.
Papa, you can do everything. You guys can do.
Phoenix Light Games responds to Tyresha says, Donovan answered for me very well. But I find it interesting that you assume that in my household I was only raised by my mother. No, I had my mother and father, which is why I don't subscribe to nigga BS. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of important.
Everything you guys do is, I don't do nothing wrong.
Listen.
I said I'm not doing nothing wrong. It's me. I open the
This
door.
is against the
You
law.
can't come in my house. Do
You
what
cannot
guys
do this to
doing.
me.
1, 2, 3. You can say everything. You can take me no more way.
Bruh, it's on video. Relax.
Go on the good way.
Will you listen to me?
I'm not lying to you.
Will you listen to me, please? Will you listen to me, please? You have a felony 2 warrant for kidnapping.
What? Who kidnapping?
You're going to
When was
jail.
last time?
Bro, you're going the fuck to jail. I swear to God. It's so funny how these niggas always demand an explanation as if they have to sign off on the explanation. It's like they always ask, well, why am I being arrested? And then the cop tells them, well, you have a felony 2 warrant for kidnapping. Oh, okay. Well, here you go. No! The reason why you're asking what is this about is so you can argue and litigate your case in the cuffs.
You got in trouble.
Let me tell you. Can I have my
Praetorian Guard, the officer of TSR Tower, says he is off duty. He's open to questions. Absolutely.
You can explain.
I'll explain it to you.
We are ready our life.
Okay. You wanna tell me what you say?
You have a felony 2 warrant for
Yes,
kidnapping.
I have a code today. Yes or no?
You have a felony 2 warrant.
I'm asking question.
It's an active warrant.
I'm asking question.
That means you're going to jail, friend.
I have a code today and 4 and 2 and 2. I don't know why you're looking at my body. I don't know. I'm here at my house. I don't know why you.
He is searching you to make sure you don't have anything in your pockets that could hurt him. You know the drill.
Looking at my body.
I've explained it to you.
Guess what?
You have a felony 2 warrant, which gives us the right to be here.
I have a cool today.
You have court today?
Yes, and 2.
You have
Well, you gonna miss that court date today, buddy boy.
a warrant today, so.
I have a cool, so I don't know why you guys.
Shit, we got a clapback cop. He says, I have a court date today. The officer says, yeah, well, you got a warrant today.
Your felony 2 warrant is what we're doing.
I
Go
have
ahead
a
and have
cool
your
today.
Sit down, and I'm gonna help you put your shoes on.
Court will understand why you're not there.
I'll
sit on your butt.
Can I have my shoes?
Yeah, I'm gonna get him.
Oh, Praetorian Guard says felony 2 is a big deal. Yeah, I've never heard that before. What is a felony 2 warrant, PG, as opposed to just a regular felony warrant?
I'm not doing nothing wrong.
No, sit down, sit down.
I don't see nothing wrong
I wanna
with
take
a little
pictures.
bump and grind. I don't see nothing
Here,
wrong.
before I get on. Not touch me. I already have this.
Listen, you don't tell me what to
You
do.
have the camera.
And you don't pull away
Hey,
from it.
I
Plain
have
and
the
simple.
card. Oh, you fall. You guys don't know who God will do for you guys.
Charlie LeBron says, do you know the way? Yes, I do.
Yep.
I know the way.
Come to my house.
Dre Raven says, I bet you court was yesterday. It probably was. He probably missed his
We
court
have
date.
felony warrants for your arrest. That gives us the right under the law.
Okay, who you guys come from?
We're Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City.
I am a sovereign
You have a
citizen.
warrant for your arrest. You're going to jail today.
For your Salt Lake City.
What language do you speak? Would you like a
I'm
translator?
listening to you. I
Uh-oh.
He
know.
knows. He's just.
So I'm asking.
He-
what's
he-
the
yeah,
problem?
yeah, yeah, he's
What's
being
the
stupid.
problem?
Relax. You have a felony 2 warrant for kidnapping.
They've told him this 1,100 times.
Hey man, we are
Which
we're
gives us-
the cool.
Which gives us
I've been 27. Listen
But you do not understand, officer. I am sovereign citizen.
to me.
court's issued a warrant.
Listen to
I'm
me.
not driving, I'm traveling.
Put your other shoe
I'm
on.
doing that. I've been 27 days on the jet. You understand? They leave me out. I have
Some crusty ass feet, man.
I'm
What the
supposed
fuck,
to
man?
get
You gotta
it
take care of them feet, my guy.
I have
Hey, don't walk around with some clean ass shoes and some crusty ass feet. What's up with
I
that?
don't know why
Oh
you
god,
guys
his
do
feet
it
are
because
crusty
Because you have a
as
felony 2
motherfucker.
warrant.
Bruh, like what's up with the crusty feet? Like what we doing?
It's one of the highest levels.
Okay, I need my phone here before me I go here. I
Yeah,
want
we're
you
gonna
guys
take your
get me
wallet with
video.
You're not videoing anything.
Jerry Raven says, I am not in commerce, man.
First thing I need video.
You're not videoing anything.
First thing I need video.
Put your
No, no,
shoes
no.
on.
I need
First
to.
thing video.
I need the video. King Life says, I am the officer now.
Who does come in here like I do something like
Does
that?
the phrase
Nothing
bomberclat
wrong.
mean anything to
You have a
you?
violent
No.
crime warrant, dude.
No.
You do.
Guess what?
Charlie
You guys
LeBron
take me
says,
out
Wakanda
because
forever.
But so what's the problem I'm supposed to have on the cool today?
Wakanda
That's my question.
forever.
Okay.
I'm supposed
Doesn't
I'm
matter,
supposed
listen.
to be on the cool today.
You do not
No,
know the way.
brother, I respect all you guys.
We
You
are
understand?
listening to you.
I'm just like you guys just come like find me like I give first thing I
You're
give you my
full-
rent.
listen.
Hey, I wanna know why I do because
With your-
I have
Oh my God. For the 72nd time, you have a felony 2 warrant for kidnapping.
With your camera, document the blood on the floor, and
document
we'll have
like,
crime
document
evidence.
like, yeah, I wanna have that
We're
on
all
my
on
phone
video.
too. I know what? No, I'm not doing nothing, brother.
Settle down.
Brother, help me.
Settle down. Settle down.
I wanna
This is gonna
no.
go with you.
I want this.
We're
I wanna
documenting
see
all of
this.
that with Crime Lab.
For sure, I need it.
Our
For
crime lab's
sure.
gonna come and take pictures.
Oh.
Ready to go to jail?
I'm listen.
No, he's definitely not ready to go to jail.
I'm ready for being rich. About what you guys do.
You ain't gonna be rich.
Thank you. Let's go.
Settle down.
How you want me to sit down again?
Relax, relax.
Oh.
Just relax.
I'll relax, man. I'll talk.
Tony,
I'll talk the way I want to talk.
Relax.
I'm not fighting you.
I will talk the way I want to talk.
Stop.
I know the way.
Yeah, I'm not resistant.
Yeah, passive resistance is what PG calls it.
Oh, look at you guys.
King Life says, I know kidnap. I am Ifufu's brother. Yes. Him no ready. Those feet are crusty as hell, fam.
You guys will understand who I am. God is show you guys who I am, why I come here.
Dr. 84 says he knows the way.
Come at my house.
Yes, he does.
I'm not criminal. I'm not doing nothing wrong.
This is actually a pretty nice building this dude lives in. Where does this dude live?
My guy yesterday, they changed me literally. I thought yesterday, you understand? I have a cool today.
What time was your court?
Yes or no?
Tony, what time was your court?
2:30, brother.
Calm down, relax.
Like, I don't know, is this crazy because you guys come like a kid, someone.
Shane will win with the $5 super chat. Says, do you understand the word that are coming out of my mouth? That was a great movie, Rush Hour.
Will you listen to me?
The way you guys come like I do something wrong, like I'm not.
Yes, you have a warrant. That's why they're there.
Tony, will you listen to me so I can explain it to
The way
you?
you guys come is not like that.
You have a warrant. We have a warrant for your arrest.
So
that's why we're here.
What that means is when the court issues a warrant, that means we come and arrest you on the warrant and go to jail for the warrant.
There you go. That's how it works, brother.
I don't know budget for nothing. Everything you guys doing, soon you guys will understand what you guys doing to me.
No, you haven't.
I respect you guys.
King Life, you gotta stop. King Life says, I sue you for ear infection.
I'm not scared of nobody. We men, as we men here. I'm not scared of nobody, for sure. We men. I'm talking to you guys like men.
But you're not listening.
I'm not lying to you. I'm talking to you like men. You look my blood. How you want me to talk to you? Look my blood. How you want me to talk to you? Next time you pull me blood. How you want me to talk to you? You she. No, you not tell me she. Let's go. I'm not relax. I'm not relax. You want me to talk to you nice? They tell me come.
He actually has kind of a French accent, so he might be Haitian, guys. He might be from Haiti. Yeah, this is a really nice building, actually. This is
No,
real
you
nice.
don't talk to me nicely. I need you guys video. You can come at my house like that.
Yeah, we can. We have the right to. Yeah, a felony warrant.
This is God.
Where is this?
I'm good. I love you, God. Thank you.
Yo, where the fuck does this dude live?
Yeah. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 5.
There's 4 of us.
It's not this way. Can I show you guys? This
What
is
the fuck?
Slow down. Slow down.
Oh, he doesn't. Oh, Dr. B said, oh, he doesn't sound Haitian. Oh, okay. All right. I mean,
Why you want me to slow down?
Because he doesn't.
Shane Ingle with the $2 super chat says, I would have called ICE by now. Good grief. Yeah, right?
Why you want me to slow down? I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you.
Relax. I don't want you to
I'm not
fall
scared
down.
of you. I'll talk to you the way I'll
No
talk to
one's scared of you.
you. Yeah, I'm not scared of you.
Yeah, no one's scared of you, brother.
Let me walk. Let me walk. Not touch me like that. Not touch me like that.
Relax.
Why you want to not touch me?
Stop.
I'll not stop. Why you want me to stop? You come on my permit like I'm a criminal?
You are a criminal. That's why you're in handcuffs.
I'm not.
Oh, clap back up. You are a criminal. That's why you're in handcuffs. There it is.
I'm not criminal.
Stop.
I'll not check nothing. Nobody will touch me. We go like this.
Do you want any medical help?
No, thank you.
This is not the way. Oh, yeah, Salt Lake City. Yeah. Praetorian Guards, yeah. Salt Lake City is absolutely snow bunny heaven.
Where's my phone? Where's my wallet?
We have it. It's all right there.
Oh, I need to see it.
It's all right.
You'll see it in jail, buddy.
Not touch me. Not do me like that. Take me. The person taking me. You can
You're
do
being
everything.
searched before you go to jail, bud.
Okay, I'm not. You supposed to check me over there. No outside. No outside.
We can check
really
wherever
go
You
we need
supposed to
to.
check me over there. No outside.
You cannot do that. Yes, we can.
Not touch me like. You know what
Stop
you
pulling
Uh-oh.
away.
You know what you
Uh-oh.
Tony, stop.
You doing wrong. You know that, right?
Stop.
Keep him doing that. Keep him doing that.
No.
I'm waiting for him to say, you're doing too much.
I'll help you guys. I'll help you. I'll help you guys. I'm relaxed. I don't know why you guys talking now. You know, it's like I'm
You're
relaxed.
saying you're relaxed, but you're not acting like you're
relaxed.
relaxed. Then prove it. Then act that way, okay?
I'll not act that way. Look, how you want me act that way? You pull me blood. You want me act that way? You have blood on me.
Yeah, I think it might be
I'm not. It's like that they teach you guys to teach people. I'm not.
No, it actually says, hang on, let me increase the, resolution. It says Hardware West. That's weird. Okay, well, either way, it's a nice place. The hell?
You should.
Relax.
I have it cool today and to where you guys will come at my house.
You have outstanding felony warrants. It doesn't matter when you have court.
She was saying court like in Logan.
Tell us to come and arrest you.
They're cool. Oh,
When
they're
it's a
cool,
warrant.
They're cool, huh?
The court issues the warrant.
Okay.
We make the arrest.
Who is God? God will teach you guys who is him.
Oh, here we go. Now he's bringing in God. Here we go.
Tell your people, God will teach you. I'll not listen to nobody.
You are going to go to jail.
You guys are going to take me everywhere else take me.
Perfect.
I'm good.
And you're going to sit down in the car.
I'm good.
Okay.
Anywhere you want to take me, I'll go.
Perfect. Thank you.
You can come at my house,
Thank you.
fight to me, make me blood like this. I'm not fun.
Okay.
That's fun?
So you're going to sit down in the car. You're going to continue to act out?
Yes. I'll go in the car. Everywhere you want to take me, no problem. Take me in the car.
Okay, we're going to sit in the car.
Yes.
Awesome. It's over here, guys. Over here, Tony.
Get my shirt.
It all
Get
goes
my
with
shirt. You need to go in me.
It's not going on you.
Not touch me. I'll go by myself. I'm not.
Holy God, this guy's a pain in the ass. Jesus.
Get my phone.
It's right here.
This is not the way.
Tony Bokomba was booked into jail on felony kidnapping and resisting arrest.
Damn.
Good morning, everyone. We're going to get started.
What the hell was that? All right. All right, so that is the end of the Hard R segment. Now we are going to get into the main event. And the first video I'm going to react to is entitled Woke Mexican Got Told the Truth About Trump's Deportations. Now, I have not seen this one yet. But Alvin64 on the Discord said you definitely need to react to this one. This guy was woke as hell. So away we go.
I want to know what your point of view as a person that worked, agent for, I think, Homeland Security, right?
Yeah.
What is your point of view right now with going on with Trump, right now with immigration and ICE? What is your point of view?
I think it's good. I think we haven't enforced immigration like this in a very long time, and I think you know, not only do we need to stop the border crossings, but then we also need to remove the people that are here illegally that have kind of been here for a while from the Biden administration, other administrations.
What do you think about the racially profiling people that are brown, people that are getting stopped just because they're brown? Do you think that affects the amendments that we have, like the 4th Amendment, 5th Amendment?
Well, here's the thing, right? And this is why, like, I kid around and I say, like,
oh no. Oh. Okay, so Patreon gave me some more storage. Thank God.
I'm like a proud bigot or racist. Like, the reality is everyone has some level of bias, racism, profiling, like, because human beings don't have the ability to get to.
Okay, guys, by the way, I'm going to be uploading a shit ton of content to Patreon. A shit ton of content for Patreon. I haven't been able to upload to Patreon for the last couple of days because I've reached my limit. But they have extended my limit again. So, thank God for that.
Know everybody that they talk to. So you have to kind of have preconceived notions about how someone looks and what their behavior is going to be to kind of predict, right? It's a safety mechanism, right? And then obviously if you meet them and they're not the stereotype, that's different, right? Like, for example, the gentleman before, he confirmed all the stereotypes about black men. He's been violent and all this other shit. So, you know, is every black guy like that? No. But a lot of the times when you kind of assume what things are going to be, you'll be right a lot of the times. We'll be wrong sometimes, yes. But, you know, if you don't do that, then you might set yourself up to be assaulted. Now, to come back to the immigration thing, I don't think it's necessarily profiling as much as a lot of these people were ordered removed by an immigration judge.
No, I like profiling. I think profiling is necessary, and I think it's good.
So,
Oh, wow. David Izenwa says that this occurred after that black dude who tried to fight Myron same day. Wow. Okay.
It's not that they're being.
Oh, that's who he was talking about. Okay, I got you. I got you.
They've been ordered removed by a judge. They're not here legally.
But there's 4 raids going on, and they're stopping people who are just brown.
I'm sorry.
There's raids going on, and there's people that are getting stopped just for being brown, for looking brown.
Okay, and if they're brown but legal, all they have to do, sir, is show identification that proves that they are an American citizen, and they are released.
So if you're a person about the Constitution and you're like American, then how are you okay with that? How are you okay with any U.S. citizen being stopped for the purpose of them being a brown person?
Well, I think...
What? What is he talking about?
Justify that as a person, as a brown person yourself.
Yeah, I don't think...
Yeah, oh, as a brown person yourself, dude, Myron is African-American by definition. He is not Latino. Stop.
Like, if it happens to you, how are you going to handle that? Are you going to be okay with that? You're just going to say it's part of the process?
This actually, wow. This actually reminds me of a video I did years ago. This reminds me of a video that I did years ago called How I Do My Part. Hang on a second. I'm going to play it right now because I think it applies to this. It's entitled How I Do My Part to Disprove Negative Stereotypes About Black People. Okay? And I think this is probably what he's talking about here. Stories about this. All right, listen very, very closely. Devin and I went to Atlantic City last week. Stayed at this unbelievable 5-star resort. It's 45th floor, crazy large room, beautiful, beautiful view, luxurious room, the whole 9. Well, there are security guards in the lobby who are there to prevent outsiders who are not staying at the resort from getting onto the elevators. This is normal at any casino resort. It's the same in Vegas. It's the same as Reno. This is just the way it is. So you walk by the security guard, you flash him your room key, he gives you the quick sharp nod to give you permission to go up to your room, and you both go about your business. Now, the security guards don't require every single person to show them their room key every single time. Maybe he has seen a certain person or people there before and verified them before. Maybe he knows that they're repeat guests. Maybe the people have luggage with them, and that's good enough to verify that they're staying there. The point is that he has a different reason to either check or not check if you have a room key. This is at his discretion. Well, the second or third time Devin and I went up to a room, I was stopped by a security guard. He said, "Sir, room key, please." Now, I could have gotten all bent out of shape and said, "You're profiling me. I've been up to my room twice already. You want to ask me for a key because I'm a black man? You let that white couple go by, but why did you stop me?" But you want to know why I didn't? Because I knew why he stopped me. And the reason he stopped me is because I'm 6'1", 235. I'm a 6'1", 235-pound black man with tattoos. That's why. Let's keep it 100, guys. That's the reason he stopped me. But rather than making a big deal out of verifying that, yes, I am a paying customer at this establishment, and no, I am not the stereotypical black man who tries to sneak into casino hotels to sell customers illicit drugs, I simply showed him my room key and went about my business. Now, do I like the fact that I get profiled? Of course not. No, dude, no black man likes getting profiled. But that's the hand I've been dealt. And other black men are responsible for those negative stereotypes. Just because I'm not the stereotypical black man doesn't mean that I don't have to prove it every day of my life. This is my reality. And sitting around crying about what I can't change in a day isn't going to solve anything. I was also stopped on my way out of BJ's. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was also stopped out of my on my way out of BJ's. It's a grocery store. You buy everything in bulk. 5 gallons of mayonnaise and, you know, whatever. 5 gallons of peanut butter. But he stopped me because I was wearing a backpack. I politely let them check my backpack and I kept it moving. Now there was an older white lady who was behind me that said, "I've never seen them check anybody's backpack before." I just said to her, "Yep, that's how it is." No, gentlemen. I am not okay with that. Don't get it twisted. I am not okay with having my bag checked when clearly they let other people walk by with backpacks. But making a scene and escalating a situation only further perpetuates the negative stereotypes about black men. And guess what? That doesn't help anyone, least of all myself. So I politely comply, and I show them that I am not who or what I look like, and I am always treated well and with great respect after that. And in the back of my mind, I think to myself, you know what? Maybe the next time someone comes through here who looks like me, the security guard will think back on his experience with me and maybe let him slide without needing to see his room key or check his backpack. And that's how I do my part. Causing a scene or getting all upset about something like that doesn't make you a hero. So there you go. So this guy is asking Myron, well, what if this happened to you? How would you react? Well, if that happened to me, I would show them my identification to prove that I am an American citizen, and I go about my business.
Well, I'm not an illegal alien.
Oops! Oh, boy. Oh, there it was. Yep.
Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
and
so
then-
neither am I, but people like that look like me get stopped every day for bullshit like that, which is going against the Constitution. How are you as an American okay with that?
Well, here's the thing. You got to remember that what you might define as profiling might not actually be profiling, right? So, like, let's say immigration officers know that there's a lot of illegal aliens that hang out at a Home Depot. They go there and they see 20 individuals, right? And they know that this is a place that a lot of people tend to be illegal
there we
looking
go.
for work. Well, if they go ahead and do what's called an immigration inspection and ask them, hey, of what country
I actually like the guy's hat.
you're a citizen, they can do that. They have the right to do that as immigration officers.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't
Caleb Pratt says, so Donovan, you admit being African-American in some situations is unfair? I swear to God, man. You niggas act like y'all have been watching me from the start. Caleb, if you had any... Never mind, man. Just do your research. Just do your research, man. Jesus Christ.
consider that really profiling.
Oh,
And then in a lot of these cases where they're, going out and actually arresting people, they have an immigration warrant, which means they've been deported by an immigration judge. So
yeah, that's a very few, but there's people who are just commuting, going on through their lives and being stopped, and they shouldn't have to even. There should be no reason a brown person should have to stop and identify themselves when they haven't committed a crime.
Well, hold on. When there are an exorbitant amount of illegal aliens in the country and they happen to share the same skin tone, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Just like I talked about it in my video, guys. Just like I talked about it in my video. It is what it is.
We have the freedom to travel, and we're being stopped.
Well, that's where you're wrong. They did commit a crime by coming here illegally.
Oops!
You're saying not everyone that's brown committed a crime, and not everyone that's Mexican or brown here that committed a crime, and not everyone here is illegally.
That's exactly correct, and that's why they're doing the immigration raids to get people out of this country who are here illegally.
So there's people that are getting stopped that are full U.S. citizens.
And if they're being stopped and they are full U.S. citizens, all they have to do is show their identification. That's it.
Are getting asked for identification when they shouldn't have to. They have to.
No. No, you absolutely have to. You have to identify yourself. You have to identify yourself, okay? You see, that's part of being American. When somebody asks you for a fucking ID, you fucking show it to them. Guys, I remember, I'm old enough to remember, and a lot of you guys don't remember. A lot of you guys are probably not old enough to remember the immediate aftermath of 9/11. I remember how long it took to get through airports after 9/11. Okay? I had no problem with it. Because for the last 6 months, I saw on a loop planes flying into the World Trade Center. And I said, you know what? If I got to show up to the airport an hour early to get frisked and get my bag checked to keep somebody from hijacking my plane, then so be it. So be it. If you are a legal resident of the United States of America, and you are asked to identify yourself, what does it hurt to identify yourself? Okay, you got a lot of, and what this guy is doing is he's saying, well, they shouldn't be profiling. Yes, they should. Yes, they should.
Freedom to just travel.
Well, immigration officers have the ability to do immigration inspections. They can absolutely stop you and ask your citizenship.
Yeah, but they're only stopping brown people. They're not stopping white people.
Well,
they're not stopping white people because most illegal aliens in this country are not white. Here he goes.
If they're close to the border, and that's what it tends to be. That's what it's going to be. Like it's, you know.
So
it's
you're
not,
okay with that. So you're picking and choosing. So if you can't, how do you pick and choose what you want to follow from the Constitution?
What does this have to
it's
do
not
with
about picking and choosing. It's about they have a duty to.
It's about enforcing the law.
To remove illegal aliens. Yeah. A lot of the illegal aliens tend to be from Mexico and South America. They have a certain type of look, so it makes sense that they would go ahead and ask them questions or conduct an immigration inspection. I don't think that's inherently biased or racist because a lot of these officers that are doing this are Mexican themselves or Hispanic.
Crypto Kush says, what about the Fourth Amendment? That's pretty American. Yes, the Fourth Amendment is illegal search and seizure. Seizing people who are here illegally is legal. What are you talking about, Crypto Cash? Hold on, let me look that up. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Fourth Amendment is illegal search and seizure. Hold on, Fourth Amendment. The Fourth Amendment, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall, oh boy, this is hard to read because it's in calligraphy, but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the versions of things to be seized. Yes. So yes, the Fourth Amendment absolutely applies. Illegal search and seizure does not apply to legally deporting illegals. Nice try, though.
Those Border Patrol agents are...
Yeah, Jermaine Habib says W profiling. Absolutely. The hell? The fuck?
They're actually Mexicans. People don't know this. They're not white people. They're not. They're literally Hispanics themselves. So I think you saying, oh no, they're they're profiling against brown people.
A cover-up was
they are. I mean, you can't deny it.
There's an experienced homicide detective. Was just
what the hell?
That first meeting with the medical examiner.
What the fuck?
For you to relate to me the way you ruled it and why you ruled it.
I have no idea where the hell that came from. Sorry, y'all. Jesus fuck. There we go.
I mean,
it's happening.
See, my premise is that profiling isn't bad. See, you're framing it as if it's bad. I frame it as that's just natural police work, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean that's your opinion. I'm here to see your opinion.
Yeah.
But
yeah, his opinion is that yes, guys, W profiling. Yes, profile these people. Get them out of here.
So I don't think that's wrong. I think as a law enforcement officer, you have a duty and an obligation to actively try to detect and or stop crime. And a lot of times that might come off as profiling, but I think that's good.
You think profiling is good?
Yep. Yes.
So you think people getting harassed is good?
No. We didn't say being harassed. See, so now we went from profiling to harassed. So just like a female, he moves the goalpost.
If you're not a criminal, you got nothing to worry about.
Oh, there it is. If you're not a criminal, you got nothing to worry about. If you're not committing a crime, you got nothing to worry about. If you're not in this country illegally, you got nothing to worry about. It's only harassment if you're illegal.
But people get detained, and U.S. citizens get detained. People with residence get detained. People who...
No, you're lying. U.S. citizens are not being detained. What are you talking about? U.S. citizens are not being detained by ICE. All they have to do is show their identification.
Who are legally here are getting detained and put in detention centers and being held and having to explain themselves.
See, that's materially false.
Crypto Cash says all about deporting illegals, all of them. I was commenting about being asked to see my ID when asked. Absolutely right, Crypto Cash. You're absolutely right. There are some cases where you don't have to show your identification to law enforcement officers when they ask you. But every single, and I mean every single video, without exception, that I have ever watched or reacted to, when somebody didn't willingly give over their identification, they always went to jail. Always. I have never seen a case on these police videos where a cop says, I need your license and registration. The guy says no, and they don't end up in the handcuffs. So please, by all means, if officers ask you for your identification, tell them no. Tell them no, cite the case law, and let me know how that works out for you.
You're never going to get put in a detention center if you're lawfully here. That's
Thank you.
never going to happen.
Thank you.
It happens every day.
No, it doesn't happen every day. Let me rewind this. This guy is literally lying. This guy is literally lying. U.S. citizens are not being detained by ICE.
Put in a detention center if
Listen.
you're lawfully here. That's never going to happen.
No, it happens every day. It's happening right now.
That's why Myron's laughing. That's why Myron's laughing. Myron's laughing because this dude has no idea what he's talking about.
I mean, you just laughing at it. It's false.
Yeah, he's laughing at it because you're telling him that this guy used to work for the fucking government. This guy used to be a fucking federal agent. He's telling you that if you are illegal, you're not going to be detained. We all know this.
You realize I used to do this for work, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
and
yeah. So if someone
you're not doing it for now, though. You did it before. Like we're talking about present now. What you did before that has nothing to do with what's going on currently.
No, actually it does because I worked under Trump as well. I worked under the Trump administration the first time he was on.
Yeah, and that administration changed from this. The laws have changed completely. What he's doing, what he did as the last administration, is completely different with the administration going on now.
It's very
his numbers are completely different. The policies that are in place are completely different. It's not the same policies.
It's very similar.
But it's
now,
not.
are they cracking down on immigration now more than before?
Yes. Exactly.
But the point I'm trying to make is that if you encounter somebody and they have documentation, whether it's an LPR card or they're a U.S. citizen, you're not going to take them back to an ERO facility. You're not going to do that.
They have to prove it. So they get picked up. The fact that they're even getting stopped at point. I don't think you're missing the point. These people are supposed to be freely traveling. Like they shouldn't have to prove anything just for the way they.
Yes, they should. Yes, they should. You should have to prove that you are a citizen. You should absolutely have to prove that you're a citizen. What are you talking about? What is this guy talking about?
Look,
no, they absolutely have to prove it. They absolutely do.
Yes.
They absolutely do. And then another thing too is that they have a lot of them have fraudulent documents, whatever. So they have to confirm. They have to figure out if they're lawfully here or not. Like, bro, look, let me just be, and here's the problem, right? And this is exactly why we need to crack down on immigration.
Straight
the fact
up.
that you're coming here and trying to make an argument about people breaking our laws and coming in and saying we need to.
You're completely ignoring what I'm saying. You're putting words in my mouth.
No, because you're saying
I'm saying about people getting stopped. Brown people. My argument here is about brown people getting stopped.
Yeah,
that look brown, that are here legally, that are citizens. I'm not saying.
Yes. That's right. That is happening. Brown people who are here legally getting stopped. All they have to do is show their identification, and they're on their way. That's all they have to do. It's a 2-minute interaction, and they're on with their day.
I'm not here promoting
and if they are citizens, they're released. It doesn't matter.
The fact that they're detained. My issue is the fact that they get stopped.
They're not detained. No. What are you talking about?
Oh, look. And then the white person is not going to get stopped for doing the same exact thing when they're both American. One's getting identified for being brown. One's getting identified for being white. And you're okay with that?
Yes, I am okay with that.
Yes, I'm okay with them
doing
that.
Woo! Tell him, Myron. Love it.
I mean, that's ignorant.
I'm okay with them doing their jobs.
Yeah.
Again,
there it is. Well, that's ignorant. No, it's not ignorant. It's legal. We have a right to do that.
And so pussified in America, where we are more concerned with people's feelings and them being, minorly handicapped, or impeded. Right? We're like, oh my God, we don't want to do our jobs because we don't want to come off as profiling. Right. That's a bunch of foolishness and stupidity. If you want to go ahead, we've spent decades not enforcing immigration properly, letting people come into the country legally, not going hard on immigration. So now we got to crack down, and that means we need to do a 180 of what we did before. We let people come into the country. We let them exist in sanctuary cities with impunity. Now we have to go ahead and take some corrective steps. One of those corrective steps is going to be, hey, there might be some profiling, but that's a part of the game. That's how you detect crime. And that's how it goes. So the people that are here legally, are fine. The people that are here illegally are going to get removed, and that's what we have to do, because we've done this for decades, where we just let them come in and operate however they want, thinking that they're safe in these sanctuary cities. And look, if someone's like, "Oh my God, I'm offended because I got impeded for 5 minutes because they're trying to determine whether I'm here legally or not." Well, it is what it is, man. This is
like
our
I said,
problem.
until it
We've had
happens
open
to you,
borders for too long.
Until it happens to you or someone you know, you can go on your way, but like I said, until it happens to you, then you'll feel it. But it doesn't affect you until it's personally to you.
Look,
and that's
I've been-
cool. I mean,
look,
I
here's
mean
the
that's
thing.
fine. You
See-
can, ignorance is to yourself, you know.
No,
but
it's not, it's
this
not ignorance because
nigga.
I've actually been profiled by the police before.
Yeah,
I
you're
have.
cool.
Yes, of course, Myron. Dude, you don't think Myron has ever been profiled by the cops? Come on, man. Myron looks like a terrorist, guys. His name is Amru Fuddle. He's Sudanese. You don't think this nigga's ever been profiled? Come on, man. This is why we know he's arguing emotionally. Well, until it happens to you, you're not going to see this differently. No, this actually has happened to us. I get profiled all the time, man. It is what it is. That's just part of life. Profile.
With that.
And I don't get angry. You know why?
Yeah.
Because when they
You have
stop
no
me
self-respect for
and I get
yourself.
pulled over,
See, here he goes. No.
pulled over and I talk to them and I'm respectful and I follow the lawful commands and I speak, they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, God. Titty Bug, you reek of troll. Never seen you in here before. Hold on. Never seen you in here before, and you're LOLing, and nothing is funny, so I got my eye on you.
And they let me go because I comply, I'm polite, I treat them
and he's here legally.
Like an authority figure, and they leave me alone. And that's the thing, if you're polite with the cops or whatever, you know, they'll get you out of there quickly if you're not breaking the law. But the people that are breaking the law, they're obviously going to get pissed or whatever, people get angry, but I think that's what's required to take our country back and remove
The Brown Bunny says Myron definitely has, especially after 9/11. Absolutely. Yeah, I know you're new, Tutty Bug. I know you're new.
these illegal aliens. We got a problem.
So you don't believe any of the ICE agents do excessive force? You don't believe in that excessive force exists in immigration and ICE agents? That you don't believe?
Okay, so what are we doing? So are we going with harassment or excessive force? Because Myron keeps beating all of his arguments, and he just keeps moving the goalpost.
They have hatred in their hearts. Some of them.
Even if they did have hatred in their hearts, that does not keep them from doing their job. That doesn't keep them from doing their job, okay? Okay, yeah, some of the people deporting these illegal aliens, yeah, maybe some of them are racist. That doesn't mean what they're doing is illegal.
You believe that all of them are just sweet, just following the law and just doing this because they love their job?
Here's the thing. A lot of ICE agents that are doing these deportations that you're talking about are Hispanic themselves.
Oops! Uh-oh.
Most of them are actually.
Like I said, you're completely ignoring and by-swipping what I just said.
Well, you're making the argument that they're racist and they're biased. I'm telling you that's not
I'm
true.
asking you if you believe, like you're just completely ignoring what I'm saying. I asked you, do you believe that all?
Hey, Tuttybug says, I came across you through the AM algorithm. Woohoo! Hey, man, looks like I'm getting suggested again. How about that?
These people are genuinely following the law to code and have no hatred in their heart.
What
they're doing, they don't do this.
What does hatred in their heart have to do with the job? See, he's arguing emotionally.
With the embassy.
Bro, you're trying to make an emotion for a very pragmatic thing that's going on and like what it is. Like, like that's irrelevant if they have hate in their heart or not. Yeah. Like, are they doing their job? And when they go ahead and effectuate an arrest, if they're going ahead and like, you know, you're saying excessive force, a lot of times it's because they're resisting.
Yeah.
Thank
if
you!
You don't resist, you they're believe not all of
going to
them.
throw you to the floor.
So you believe all of them just, it's just anomalies.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so we're just going to not enforce our laws because of feelings. That's what the argument you're trying to make.
Yeah.
I'm just asking you what your opinion is.
No, you're not just asking him shit. You're trying to justify illegal immigrants.
I just want to see your insight on how you believe these people's mindsets is.
You're framing the question in a certain way.
Bro,
I'll be honest. I'll be honest, bro. This is the problem with progressivism. Like, you guys are more concerned with like feelings and hate in the heart and all this other crap than enforcing laws. Like, that's the issue with progressivism. You know what I mean? It's like, let's go ahead and focus on how people feel and do they have hate in their heart, all this other stuff, versus just getting what needs to be done. Like,
thank you.
This is the problem with progressivism. You know, it impedes you from doing what you need to do because of feelings.
Thank you. So because of everyone, every ICE agent has to be doing this for the right reason. What are you talking about, man?
Right.
And this is why Trump won. This is why this political correctness and this. You know, let's, be all nice and kumbaya.
Nah, fuck that. Get them out of here.
That's how we've ended up in the problem that we have now, where we have all these illegal aliens in the United States.
Yeah. So you don't think any of the people that voted for Trump weren't expecting this? Because there's people that are switching their...
This is why we voted for Trump. Trump ran on immigration. He said, when I am president, I am cracking down on illegal immigrants. So yeah, we absolutely expected it because that's what we voted for.
Their opinion when they originally voted and they're coming out saying that this is not what they thought. You know, they what they got out is not what they thought they were going to get.
When it comes to immigration, he campaigned on mass deportations.
Thank you.
He campaigned on that, so that's not really.
This guy was unprepared for this conversation. This guy was unprepared for this conversation.
A solid argument. He literally campaigned on this.
It's not the same as last time when he was president. You know, the whole system has changed. His policies.
But wait a minute. Now you want to talk about back then, right?
Have changed. You know, he's coming in a lot harder. They're not the same exact as last time.
Okay.
Look,
so
Trump has always been pro-immigration enforcement. Yeah. Obviously, they're utilizing more agencies now, so they've
You got the military involved. You got the military getting
Yep.
indoors.
Yep. That's right. That's right. Because we have millions of illegal immigrants in this country, and they've got to go. So you're goddamn right the military's involved.
Well, the military's more on the border, but that's fine. Like, the point I'm trying to make here, bro, is that, like, the law's got to get enforced. Like, you know, with all due respect, nobody cares about feelings.
Like I said, at the end of the day, like, I just want to see inside. I respect your other point of views and everything else you have, but I just want to see what your perspective is on it.
Yeah, you know, I think that we got a job to do, and people's feelings are irrelevant. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
And if people are mad about profiling, it is what it is. That's an inherent part of police work.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Who's up next?
Here shortly. I just want.
That dude took.
Mayor Karen Bass holding a news conference on the immigration rate.
Oh boy! Speaking of immigration. All right, and now to the main event. Myron Gaines, a couple of Fridays ago, had a street interview called "Women Should Be in the Kitchen. Change My Mind." Here we go. The hell?
Find the guy. Women that are traditional, but, you know, I'd be very foolish to not admit that from the female perspective is also tough, because feminism hasn't just hurt women, it's also hurt men, because a lot of guys don't feel the need to rise up to their duties and be a protector or provider. A lot of guys nowadays want a 50-50 relationship with a woman. So I would say step one is making sure that you find a guy that, like, believes in traditional values. Like, if you find some progressive guy that wants to go half and half with you, that's going to be a miserable existence. And then also, you mentioned that you're Christian. Finding someone that has those values as well is going to be super important. You know, I will say, luckily, there's more young men now that are trying to, you know, adopt this. You know, young men are starting to become more and more conservative. I think from the last 10, 15 years of, you know, leftist bullshit that they've been dealing with. But yeah, it's still going to be tough, man. I mean, I would say your church, through social groups, your family might know someone.
She wants to know how to meet a man. Oh, she probably asked, hey, how to meet a man? Because, dude, she's young, she's attractive, but it's slim pickings out here.
But yeah, I would say just definitely be cautious and take your time. You're what, 21?
No, I'm almost 24.
24?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then a little bit of speed then.
But
you don't want to get to 28, 30 and not have a guy.
I want to be a young mom for sure.
Find a guy now for sure.
I guess my question was more so like, not dating wise. I guess, like, because I know my end goal is that, like, I want to be home with the kids. I want to be cooking. I want to be cleaning. I want to be the homemaker.
Oh,
but
wow.
Because I'm not there right now, like, what should I be doing?
Oh, okay, okay. I see what you mean. Not for finding a guy, and rather, what should you do now?
Yeah.
Preserve your value. So for men, right?
Stop sleeping around.
I always say men have to build their value. Women have to preserve their value. So when women turn 18, you get all the value in the world, because now, I'm assuming you're like a virgin or have a low body count or whatever, like, your job from that point forward is to preserve yourself for the best guy.
Yeah.
So for women, just preserve, find the guy, get married ASAP. Men, create value, women got to preserve it.
Got it. All right, well, thanks. Just you're doing
No
a great
problem.
job.
So basically, do what you're doing, preserve your value, don't be a thought.
Got
and you'll be good.
Thank you.
There you go. W.
Cool.
Myron. Good for her.
Any single...
Wow. A young, attractive woman who wants to be a mom. How about that?
Christian guys, there you go. You got someone here. Oh, hey, who knows? You might meet somebody here.
Is that pineapple Fanta? Damn, I love pineapple soda.
Who's up next?
Snowdemi says, don't drink, don't smoke, don't fuck. There you go.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Oh, is that icy?
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Hello?
Ooh,
hi, how are you?
Who is this? Oh, she's hot.
All right. I'm here to debate on why women should not be in the kitchen.
Okay.
So after marriage, I have a question.
Went down on it. All right, are we back up on YouTube? Yeah. On Myron Gaines X? Yes. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So 50% of marriages in the United States end up in divorce, correct?
Roughly, yeah.
Yes. So 82% of men in marriages ask for prenups. If you search up that statistic, it is true. What do you expect women whose only capability is being in the kitchen and cleaning to do after that divorce with the prenup?
There we go. The apex fallacy. What is she supposed to do when the relationship ends? Yeah, sorry. Men don't leave relationships unless there's a damn good reason. So she's already, and it's funny, she's already coming into this conversation from a position of, okay, it's not going to work out.
And they don't have any assets or money given to them.
Sure, good question. Well, the family laws actually were written with that taken into account. This is why men get destroyed in divorces a lot of times nowadays, because what's happened is the family court system was created specifically to protect women from that very problem that you mentioned. She devotes her life to him, devotes her life to the family, to the kids, etc. And they don't want it where he rug pulls her, leaves with everything, and she's destitute. So that's why alimony, child support, all of these things were put into place to protect women from that. The problem, though, is that the laws haven't caught up to feminism and progressivism giving women, equal rights and equal ability to earn. So I would say, number one, it's not probable that your husband's going to leave you. It's actually, there's a whole phrase, it's cheaper to keep her. It comes from the concept that it's cheaper for a guy to simply just stay married versus divorce his wife.
There you go.
Most women initiate divorce, like 90%. So I would say there's safeguards in there to kind of deal with the problem that you mentioned, which I get it is a viable concern, but the family court deals with it.
So you believe that even though men may not leave their women because it's cheaper, a woman should stay in her marriage. Let's say he cheated, let's say other issues, because there are other reasons for marriage other than the men specifically leaving the woman.
Yeah, so your question is, do they cheat, or what do you...
No, I'm saying that, for example, a woman might have to leave under her own circumstances.
A woman might have to leave under her own circumstances. Well, there we go. That just proves what Myron just said. Women end most relationships, whether they're legally married or not. So she keeps going back and forth. Well, what happens after the marriage? Myron's like, no, men don't leave relationships. Well, what if she leaves on her own accord? Therein lies the problem. If she doesn't want to be broke and destitute, then don't leave the marriage.
Because the men believes that the marriage shouldn't end because it's cheaper. A woman might leave in any other way.
Yeah.
So when she's out in the world, she cannot get a job because she had not get a college education, and her only experience was working in a kitchen because that is what some men like you believe she should be doing.
Well, she should be.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is that if she leaves, that's her personal decisions, that she's got to deal with the consequences of that, right? Like, if she's going to go ahead and break up her family and leave her husband,
that's on her.
There's going to be negative consequences to that, right?
And this is what Pearl says all the time. Pearl says all the time, what do you expect women to do when they are paid to leave? Wives are paid to leave. Why do you think divorce is through the roof? Because our government and our court system incentivizes it. That's why women do it.
Like, I didn't see any complaints for the 10 years where she was with him and she didn't have to work and she was able to kind of chill and, live a certain lifestyle. But then she wants to leave and be able to say, okay, well, I don't want to deal with negative consequences of breaking up my family. And I think that's kind of the bad part is women prioritize their happiness in a relationship over their duty. And they'll leave because they're not happy.
Do you believe happiness should be considered whether it's in domestic abuse situations?
Oh my God. Here we go. So every time, dude, I swear to God, this happens every time. Every single time. What if he leaves? Myron swatted that away. Men don't leave relationships. Okay, well, what if she decides to leave? Well, then that's her fault. She's going to suffer the consequences if she ends the relationship. But what if there's domestic abuse? It's always the extreme scenarios, man. Always the extreme scenarios. Every single time Myron defeats one of her arguments, all they do is escalate.
Say your husband abuses his wife. Do you believe the woman should stay there in that relationship, which could cause trauma to the child because of the family?
No. Look, check this out. Okay? Ladies, those of you who are married, if your husband is beating your ass, leave. Okay? If he is truly beating your ass, call the cops and get out of there. Okay? Nobody here endorses women staying in physically abusive relationships. That's crazy.
Leaves happiness.
Now,
happiness.
Obviously, you're being specific with domestic violence. Though that does occur, it's not the majority of reasons, right? It just comes down to women just not being.
No, it's not. No, it's not. See, there it is. The reason why women in relationships is because every man's beating their ass. No, that's what you're saying you believe.
Well, here's the thing. Let's have a very honest conversation here. A lot of these phrases are bullshit. Oh, verbal abuse. Oh, emotional abuse. It can literally be him saying, yo, you need to do X, Y, Z, or him critiquing her. And she'll say that's verbal abuse. The problem is that we've basically conflated valid criticism or anything that needs to be said in a relationship to keep it going as abuse. And we tend to defer to what women say and believe them on at face value for everything that they say. So what's ended up happening is women don't really take accountability in relationships anymore, and everything is verbal abuse or I'm being assaulted or or verbal assault. I've heard like stupid shit like this. He might say, hey, you know what? I need you to do X, Y, Z. She'll look at that as this is abusive. So not only has it been where we've created like this weird environment where women want to go ahead and destroy relationships, we've also created stupid vernacular to kind of try to criminalize or pejoratively label constructive criticisms or healthy conversations within relationships. Because in other words, the man is always wrong. The woman is always right.
There you go. I feel like you're kind of deflecting my point. I'm talking about in a scenario that there is domestic abuse and it is in fact
then, yeah,
true.
she should leave.
Yes, absolutely leave. Yes. Again, ladies, if your husband or boyfriend is beating your ass, leave the relationship. What he is doing is illegal and wrong.
He's being assaulted, she should leave.
Yes.
But that is not the majority.
Okay, but let's say there is a woman who in this scenario is.
Yeah.
Then she should leave.
Believe that she should stay in the kitchen.
No, that's not what he said. He said that she should leave. Now she's changing her argument.
If he's beating her ass, then no.
Obviously, she can go into the real world with a child because obviously no woman is going to leave her child with an abuser with no experience, no job, no degree.
She
no
has a
woman
lisp.
is going to survive in that world because we live in an economy where things are extremely expensive, where you do need a...
Oh, wait a minute. I thought you guys were strong and independent. I thought anything you can do, I can do better. Now all of a sudden, a woman is cold and alone and no skills? Huh.
degree to survive unless you're going to marry again.
Well,
that would
and
be
most
wise.
Men don't marry middle-aged women with children who are struggling. And that's the realistic
You'd be
scenario.
surprised. There's a lot of simps out there. You'd be surprised.
And
There's
realistically,
a lot of
there's
simps out there that would.
She said, realistically, there's not. Yes, there are, sweet cheeks. There are.
That again. I see the scenario, the specifics.
Notice how she makes sure her tits are in full view. She's got got her arms crossed, but she's making sure everybody can see her tits.
Scenario you're mentioning, yes. If a guy's beating his wife's ass, yeah, she should leave. But that isn't the majority of the situations. A lot of times it's the woman feels like I could do better. I'm bored, or I just don't feel the spark anymore. We grew apart. All these bullshit phrases that women use to justify breaking up with a guy because they're not happy anymore, and they leave. So it's not the DV like you're claiming. That could be a part of it, but that's a minority.
Also, men are more commonly in marriages to commit infertility than women. So
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I hope and pray that this bitch didn't just say what I think she just said. Did she say commit infertility? Did she say commit oh, my chat. Oh, well, my chat's disappeared. All right, guys, I'll answer your chats in a little bit. My chat's disappeared. I got to refresh. Let me just rewind here. Just to make sure she said what I think she said.
So it's not the DV like you're claiming. That could be a part of it, but that's a minority.
also, men are more commonly in marriages to commit infertility.
She's cooked. She's cooked. Like, this is, like, I can't even believe people are this stupid. Infertility.
Than women. So
To commit what?
infertility, that means cheating. Do you believe that a woman should...
Oh my God. She said infertility. That means cheating. Oh, I got to clip that. Look at her. She's standing there, infertility, which means cheating, like she's educating him on this.
Than women. So
To commit what?
infertility, that means cheating. Do you believe that a woman
Infidelity,
should...
you mean? Like
infidelity.
cheating?
Do you believe that a woman should stay...
Infidelity. Oh boy. No, infidelity.
Okay, I think
Do you
she
believe
means
a
infidelity.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you believe a woman should stay in the marriage?
Yes. Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I think a very realistic thing that women need to understand is that men are naturally promiscuous and non-monogamous. So I think to be with a guy for 10 years and then throw it away because he cheated on you with some chick that he doesn't care about, I think that's very stupid for a woman to do.
So can a woman cheat on her man?
No, that makes you a whore.
How come if a woman's putting all this effort into raising the children, into putting all the house that the man cannot do, why can't she
Well, the man can do it. He just chooses not to.
cheat then? If the man's not there, if he's always working.
It's simple because men have to earn their value and women are born with their value.
So women aren't allowed to go and earn their values themselves? Because
Well,
they're
they can
saying
do
they're not
whatever
allowed
they
to be going out,
They can do whatever they want.
earning their values, but they have to stick there with this value that's given to them by society.
No, well, again, men and women are not equal. We got to start there. Men and women are not equal whatsoever. Okay.
Okay.
So because what you're referring to is you're talking about like blank slate equalism. Men and women are equal, and you're kind of operating from there. That's a fallacy. There's no blank slate equalism.
Not only is that a fallacy, it's straight up false.
Men and women are very different. For example, how old are you?
I'm 16.
What the fuck? 16?
What?
Women are very different. For example, how old are you?
I'm 16.
What the?
What the fuck is she doing? And look at Myron's face. Look at Myron's face. He's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is a 16-year-old doing in Brickell at midnight? 16? Oh my God. Insanity. Oh, there it is. Dr. B84 with the $10 super chat said infertility. This is when you go back home and call it a night. Yes, that's about enough internet for one day. Sean Morris with the $2 super chat says, one for your reactions, Donovan. I love him. LOL. Appreciate that. Dr. B84 with the $5 super chat says, where's your dad? Yeah, exactly. 16. What are you doing?
The fuck? 16. Why are you dressed like that?
Okay. That's not the question.
No, that's the question. Why are you dressed like that as a 16-year-old? Number one. Number two, where's your father?
And I'm still right.
No, dude, that's the problem right there. Like that's an issue. That's a big issue. No, it's not about that. This proves my point. Why are holy crap.
What is she
like
doing
16-year-old
here?
girls should be at home, right? Like studying. No, I don't actually. I don't, because this you actually just made my argument for me just now. You just made my argument for me just now by doing that.
I just want to say the last girl ate down. But you said a point where, women should be in the kitchen. Well, first of all, I'm from Ireland and I have a podcast called Get the Gist. Follow the vibes. But yeah.
Yeah, she just came up here to plug her shitty ass podcast. Shane will win with the $5 super chat says, fatherless activities detected.
No. I'm just like over here like I always say privilege is invisible to those that have it. Do you think a 16-year-old guy would be able to get like certain things like in life? Like not at all. They're invisible.
No.
Nobody gives a fuck.
No.
Right? So that right there, her being able to come on the mic and say all these things or whatever it may be, like that proves my point that like men and women live different lives completely.
Yes, they live different existences.
Like a 16-year-old boy, if he was educated enough, could come on and speak his mind.
No, it's
no.
It's fine. Go ahead. What's your
No, you said
discussion?
women should stay in the kitchen.
Yes.
But to be honest,
Or in her case, stay at home.
Yes.
Oh, we're not talking about her now because
Yeah,
she ate down. We're moving on to me. So you said that.
Okay. So she's one of these bitches. We're moving on to me. I'd have kicked her for that. I'd have been like, I'm sorry, sweetie, you're not in charge of this. Next, please.
Women should be in the kitchen. I think cooking is a life skill, to be honest. Everyone should learn how to cook, to be honest. So that's my, counter argument to your point.
Okay.
Everyone should learn how to cook?
Yeah, it's a life skill.
Sure.
Okay, I know how to cook, but I don't do any cooking. Devin does the cooking.
But that doesn't refute that women should still be in the kitchen.
Like, it's a life skill. Where do you cook?
So this is what I'm saying. When men deal with women, right, we have to bring a lot of value to the table.
Okay.
Okay?
Everyone brings value.
No, women really don't. And I'll explain why.
To you. No.
Okay, who's pickier, men or women?
1 second. Do you have a missus? Do you have a girl?
That's irrelevant to the question.
No, like, I just want to know
I'm asking you.
I want to get to know you.
That's irrelevant.
See.
We're having an objective discussion.
Okay.
I'm asking you. Who's pickier, men or women?
Men are so picky.
No, but he asked who's pickier.
Men who know their value anyways. Men who, like, have worth or have self-worth, they are very picky.
Okay.
Yeah.
In general,
Yeah.
who's pickier, men or women of the opposite gender?
Women aren't picky, to be honest. Like, women need 3.
Jesus Christ. See, now she's arguing in bad faith. Now she's just not telling the truth.
3 things. What the main thing women need in this life is to feel safe.
Okay, again, the question is,
Yeah.
who is pickier?
Men.
Okay, see, we can't even have a real conversation because
Yes.
that's biological.
Thank you. See, there it is. See, when you can't get the person to verbally acknowledge an objective truth, conversation's over.
Incorrect.
Why is it biologically incorrect?
Because women have far more standards for men than men have of women.
But to be honest, like,
Not only that, women have to be more selective because they run the risk of getting pregnant. Women invest a lot more than men when it comes to sex.
would you say you're a man that's making money and, like, is doing well?
Yes.
You'd be picky. You look picky.
But I got in a position where I can afford to be picky now.
Exactly. Women have gone to the position to feel picky.
No, they're not. A woman could be 18 years old and be picky and brought nothing to the table. That's the
Or 16 years old and be picky and not bring anything to the table.
point I'm trying to make here.
But can I tell you something? I think it's how you view it, because you can be 16 and be picky. Like, you can be
She
like,
just
you know what?
wants
Yeah,
to
I
argue.
actually want a poodle instead of a Rottweiler. You can actually be picky. Like, that was a very lazy example, but you can be picky too. I think being picky is very subjective. Everyone.
Okay,
can be picky.
let's go through this because I don't know if you're debating in bad faith if you can't make simple biological concessions on the discussion.
Thank
It's
you.
very simple.
Biological,
Men
right? So
Yes.
men, woman,
Yes.
coochie, penis.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because
go.
everything starts there.
Right.
So once we start there, that men and women are different. They're
Yeah.
not the same.
Okay, so
let's go
difference
into
from
Okay, you
Oh
got
my
gender-
God,
stop. You gotta
she
stop.
won't shut up. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. She
Because I'm
keeps
trying to explain the
interrupting.
concept here and why you're not correct.
Okay, go on.
Men and women are different.
Yes.
Men are looked at as protectors, providers, leaders.
Yeah.
Women are looked at as nurturers, and they want a man that's stronger than them, that's going to take care of them. So, in other words, women have far more requirements of men than men have of women. Okay?
Right.
Women are more selective. Why? Because they carry children.
Yeah.
They can only bring one child.
There you go. And guys, women are not thinking about this consciously. They're not thinking to themselves, well, wait a minute, if I have sex, I could get pregnant, and that's 9 months out of my life I'm never going to get back. No, this is operating automatically in their firmware behind the scenes, guys. They're not consciously thinking about this.
That's a term per year. So when they do have a seed put in them, they need to make sure it's from the best man that they can get. Women want quality, men
Yeah.
want quantity.
Quantity.
Okay? So, since women want quality,
Yeah.
by definition, okay, they're more selective than men are.
Right.
Okay? So what I'm saying is, since men don't ask for much, what we really ask for, the things matter less. Or sorry,
Okay.
excuse me, the things matter more.
Right.
So since we don't ask for much, we want peace, maybe some food, you to not be a whore.
Right.
3
That-
things really.
Yeah.
Each of those things have way more
She's not even listening. You can tell she's not listening.
weight.
Yeah.
So what I'm arguing is if a woman can't be in the kitchen and cook, she's effectively
She's useless.
significantly more useless.
Yep.
Because we don't ask for much.
Okay.
Whereas
Nope.
a guy He can be ugly, but he can make up for that in other ways.
Yeah.
He could go ahead and get money. He could be charming. He could be charismatic. He can have some status. Men can make up for their lack of sexual market value.
Okay.
Women really can't. If you're a whore or you're ugly or you don't do what you're supposed to do,
That's
you're effectively
crazy.
useless.
It's crazy, but it's true.
Women are not the same with how we mate select.
Nope.
Okay, that's very important. Since we mate select in completely different ways, we look for different things.
Yeah.
So when a woman can't cook or isn't in the kitchen, a part of her duties, she's basically absolving. So why am I even with her?
To be honest, like, a woman should learn how to cook as a man should. But obviously, you said, back to biology, back in the olden days, women were gatherers, men were hunters.
Okay,
it was
let me
kind
ask
of
you a
more like
question
a
real
team.
fast. Let me ask you
I'm
a
not
question.
done because I let you land.
Hold on.
So I'm not
Hold
done.
on.
Let me.
No.
No, you ain't do that.
Let me test your logic. Because you said a man should learn how to cook anyway. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you go to boxing class, right?
Okay.
And you train to fight,
Yeah.
right? Someone comes up and assaults you, and you're there with your boyfriend.
Assaults me.
Yeah. So
Like
some
how?
guy,
Headlock.
Yeah. He hits you, right? He
Like
hits you.
in the face, in the belly.
Well, I mean,
See, she's just being stupid now. She's just being stupid now.
he hits you. I'm just this just
It
a
depends.
scenario here.
Cause like
You see it? You see, she's trying to muddy the waters to throw him off. She's trying to muddy the waters to throw him off. That's why she's going through every little detail. She's missing the point.
if it's in the belly, I can take it.
Look, see?
If it's the eye, I can't take it.
See?
All right, he hits you, right?
Okay.
Are you gonna? What if your man looks at you and says, "Oh well, you know how to fight. You got this one." No,
Yeah.
you would want him to do what he's supposed to do, which is protect you, right?
No, but like to be honest, that example was kind of like 2 out of 10 because if we're in a boxing ring, like that shit's supposed to happen.
Oh my God, she didn't even listen. If we're in a boxing ring, that's supposed to happen. So you mean you would get into a boxing ring with a man?
Maybe if we're in a supermarket, like what you guys have Target here, we have Lidl in Europe. If it was at the shopping mall, then like, I understand where my man needs to.
This is precisely why women need to be in the kitchen. They can't grasp logically sound analogies. Like,
No,
Thank
but
you.
like, no, but to be honest with you, I'm expressing an opinion.
get on outta here.
I
She's
respected
wasting
your
time.
opinion,
Nah,
even though I
she's
might not
wasting
agree
time.
with it. So if I'm
Get outta
talking, you can acknowledge it instead of diminishing it. Because like, can I tell you what your problem is? You
Oh,
say
here we
women
go.
shouldn't be in the kitchen. That's not the problem. Women being in the kitchen, like that's what women were actually grown up to do. They're supposed to take care of babies and be in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's more so your tone and like,
It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Guys, every time a bitch uses this argument, I always bring up Tommy Sotomayor. That was the knock on Tommy. Well, it's not what you say, Tommy, it's how you say it. Then Kevin Samuels came along. Now, why am I mentioning Kevin Samuels? Because Kevin Samuels was literally Tommy Sotomayor in a suit, and they still had a problem with what he was talking about. It's not the way they say it, it's that they say it.
the vibes that you do deliver it in. You know what I mean? You might be a chill guy. You're actually a chill guy, but the way you deliver it may be the problem. But yeah, like obviously you didn't acknowledge my like point.
That's because your point didn't make any sense.
So
Do you remember
I
my
guess-
point?
So it's how I said it versus what I said.
Okay.
Is that the problem? That's
No,
the issue.
No, yeah, I think your delivery maybe. However, like, do you know how to cook yourself?
Okay,
Wait,
let's
where you-
address
no, wait,
the
no, no,
delivery.
Can I talk, please? Because I let you land. Where are you from?
She's trying to take control of this conversation. Myron needs to get her out of here.
No, I just need to know culture-wise. Culture is important. Context to the conversation.
All right, let me address your point on the tone and delivery. I think the truth is the truth, regardless of how it's delivered. Now,
Facts.
this is something that I've noticed.
Okay, she says facts, but you literally just said it's your tone.
Notice exclusively with women that I don't really deal with men. Women are more concerned with how the information is conveyed versus the information that's conveyed.
Yeah, but
That's right.
however, if you're in a job interview, like you're gonna obviously talk. Okay, yeah, like I'd love this job because I want to work hard. Dead ass, you just need money. You don't really care about like they don't really like they care about your qualifications. They want you to talk, but these times you're there for money. Like if you didn't need a job, you wouldn't have a job. You wouldn't. Okay.
Yeah, she's
Remember, like-
Because you're already saying who is doesn't.
I'm out. This
Yeah.
girl, she's trolling.
So you need
and I'm not gonna
How she
give
felt about
airtime.
the whole experience.
I'm not giving airtime to these
Okay.
people. Sorry.
What's up, man?
Hello.
Yo,
What's your name, bro?
what's up, man?
How you doing? I'm Del.
Okay, what's up?
What's your name?
It's Myron.
Hi, Myron. That's fine.
Hey, I'm Kaya. Kaya, nice to meet you.
Hi.
I just want to say, man, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you because I'm actually the cook in my house.
Okay.
Oh my God, this guy.
I cook good.
I agree with you because I'm the cook in my house. Okay, fine. Next.
But guess what? I didn't know she could cook for the longest time.
But you chose her anyway? So you didn't know she should cook, but you chose her anyway. Got it.
I liked my meals, and then she fucking blew me out of the water.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
So here's the thing. So I, like a lot of women, rightfully so, was terribly in my masculine for so long out of safety and trauma. Once I healed, it transformed our relationship, and I was able to trust.
Yeah, I don't care. Don't give a shit.
But
I'm not trying to hear all of
it
that.
was a long process.
Yeah. Whatever. Whatever.
To raise their.
Don't give a shit. Don't.
I know.
Don't,
I just want to
really don't give a shit.
Love, and so.
Yeah, that's gender roles, man, helping out. Who's up next?
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. No worries, man. I'm glad that you guys worked it out. That's good. That's awesome.
Okay.
So we need more of.
Good evening. What's your name?
Oh my God.
Myron, how are you?
Myron, nice to meet you. Are you married?
No, thank God.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. The typical black woman question. Are you married? As if to imply that him not being married means he's not qualified to talk on this stuff. I swear to God.
So that's one thing right there.
Told you.
And I just want to give you a little background on myself. So I'm 52, single mom. My daughter's 29. I come from a long way.
52-year-old single mom. Why are we even up here?
A line of strong women born in the motherland, Liberia, West Africa. And yes, this is all a cultural thing. I respect what your mother did, but that was in her culture. That's what she was taught.
And this is why the nigga community is on its last legs. Because niggas endorse this type of shit. This is why the black community is the laughing stock of the world.
Tell my girlfriends, because I raised a girl child who is now a wonderful woman making her way in New York City.
Oh no! Oh my God! You got a 29-year-old unmarried daughter who's making her way in New York City. And that to you is a flex? Yeah, sorry. Nope.
And I tell my girlfriends who have boy children to raise their boy children to need nothing from a woman but to please them orally and in the bedroom. I say that because I'm saying that a man should know how to do laundry, how to cook, how to balance a checkbook, and all of the things to maintain a household. And in maintaining a household, it is a team effort. Let me just say this. If women were to stay in the kitchen, we wouldn't have the Brooklyn Bridge. If y'all don't know that fact, Google it.
Oh my God. If women were to stay in the kitchen, we wouldn't have the Brooklyn Bridge. Is this bitch really trying to tell us that we could not have built the Brooklyn Bridge without women? Like, is she really suggesting? Is she really insinuating? Is she implying that the Brooklyn Bridge would not be in existence if women had not helped to build it? Oh boy.
Because it was a woman who was an engineer that got the bridge up and standing. Because
Stop the cap.
That's cap. I don't believe that. Sorry. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. I swear to God, these bitches they lie all the time. A woman invented Wi-Fi.
Stop the
Nope.
cap.
A woman invented the Brooklyn Bridge.
Stop the
Nope.
cap.
A woman built the Hoover Dam. Nope.
the cap.
Fuck out of here,
because
man.
her husband was convalescent and could not continue the job. So history might say that it was built by a man because men were going to be scared to cross it, having known that it was built by a woman. But that was one woman who did more than just stay in the kitchen. She picked up the flag and carried it for her man and for the household, and she was what you call the quarterback that brought it home.
No. Oh, wow. Oh, boy.
So I'm not trying to change your mind, or maybe I am. Okay, but I'm saying that women play a prominent role, and it's more than just being in the kitchen.
Nope. No, it's not. Because a woman in the kitchen is a prominent role. This is the problem with this discussion. This is the problem with this discussion, guys. When Myron says women belong in the kitchen, that's not a punishment. Okay? That's not a punishment. That's not a crack. That's not a dig. That's a compliment. Women belong in the kitchen. They belong at home. Women play a critical role in the shaping of our young people if they do what their natural instincts tell them to do. Okay? Women belong in the kitchen. That is a prominent role. Motherhood is one of the most important jobs motherhood is the most important thing a woman will ever do. The most important thing. What feminism does, unfortunately, is it doesn't glorify feminine traits, it glorifies masculine traits. Why do you think all these bitches up here trying to counter, trying to come up with arguments against Myron, always bring up masculine things women do? Women invented Wi-Fi, women invented this, women did that. No, women's asses belonged in the kitchen. Women are so much more valuable when they are at home taking care of their families and their husbands. That is as prominent a role as you can imagine. It is very, very important. Motherhood is very, very important, guys. It is very important. It is absolutely prominent. Incredible.
All right, and that's all I got to say.
Okay.
Brooklyn Bridge, bro, it's crazy. What was the last one? Someone said they created Wi-Fi too. Look, man, like that's just like I don't know if that's just feminist propaganda right there. 100%.
Yeah,
that is.
Told you that's just not true.
Why we have the problems that we have, guys. Thank you so much.
Check.
Yeah,
1, 2.
like she followed her husband's plans. Like that's. Let me be very blunt about this. Women don't build, they move in. Women don't build anything. All the buildings you guys see around us, all these modern marvels, this was all created by men. Women don't build anything, okay? They don't build anything. They don't.
Shane will win with the $10 super chat. First off, it is women and not woman when referring to plural. Second, she helped engineer the bridge, not build. Third, being unmarried at 52 as an American black woman is a huge L. Of course it is. Of course it is. Very good. Very good super chat.
Contribute to society in that way. They don't create infrastructure. Like, it is what it is. Like, this is just the reality. And I know people don't like hearing this because we want to sit there and make women feel special, but they don't create
anything. They don't create shit.
Contribute to society in that manner, but that's fine.
What's going on, Myron? It's good to see you again, man. I just wanted you to please kind of break down the traditional family and from your opinion, why do you think everything kind of went south?
Yeah, I mean, I think the United States and any country that's thriving is built on a nuclear family. Man, woman, kids, maybe a dog. And it kind of goes from there where the guy is the head of the household.
Should women be submissive to men?
Deserve less, aka they should be in the kitchen, or no more aid to Israel. What's up?
Oh, God. You gonna talk, my guy?
Okay, so we'll be down on the audio for a second.
Yes.
Out here.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Just out here.
We'll do a quick.
Will still be on.
Okay, yeah. Let's make that switch quick then. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? So I was here a little bit earlier, and I heard you talk. I heard you say.
I'm sorry.
I was here a little bit earlier, and I heard you say about talk about women being submissive.
Yeah.
So, can you elaborate a little bit more on that? What do you mean by submissive?
He sounds like he's got like an Irish or Scottish accent.
Just so you know where I'm coming from. I'm a conservative. So I think I'm not too far from where you are, but I have big differences, at least in the way that you articulate that.
So it's so this is another not what you say, it's how you say it argument.
Should obey their man and follow their man's lead.
Okay, so that's what you mean by being submissive.
Yeah.
So you're saying that in general, you're generalizing, I'm assuming, right? Like,
yes, because the world operates in generalities.
Do you mean that a woman should be submissive to a man that is perhaps abusing the women, or perhaps has not the best ideas. Perhaps someone that is not educated or informed about certain things. Like, what do you mean by submissive? Because I can also see scenarios where a man abuses a woman, right? And the woman, should that woman be?
Guys, again, ladies, let's make this clear. Ladies, if you are in a physically abusive relationship, you need to leave. Don't stay in that relationship. Don't stay in that marriage. Don't submit to a man who is abusing you. Leave the relationship. That's the only answer.
Be submissive?
Well, that's where we got to see. This is the thing. Your question in itself is the problem, right? Because your premise is, should they be submissive to a loser? That shouldn't even be a question, because they should have the ability to pick the right guy.
Right. And women are not submissive to losers. They're just not. They're not. Women are not submissive to they're not submissive to losers. Their biology simply will not allow it. Just like their biology will not allow them to be sexually attracted to a man that isn't sexually attractive. It's simply not in them.
Right? Like, that shouldn't even be a question where they're there with a guy that is hating them or doing some bullshit
When
or
you're
isn't a
talking about a
provider.
population of 300 million people, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to make bad
A lot of people. Statistically, not a lot of people.
choices. Like, that happens every day. That happens with everyone.
Yeah, but women are adults. They're consenting, lucid individuals. Like, they should have the wherewithal to understand, okay, this guy is worthy of someone that I'm going to follow or not. So they should be able to identify
let's
a guy that's going to be a competent partner.
That is a smart dude, educated, but he's still, even as a smart person, educated, you can make bad decisions. So shouldn't the women...
So, bad decisions according to who? According to the woman?
Women have a backbone and say, hey, that's not the right choice.
Oh, no. Nope. Hell no. That is not submission at all. And here's the thing. He is using right and wrong subjectively. He's using right and wrong subjectively. Well, what if... I remember we had this conversation on the 6 one time, and Lucario and Steve were indirectly talking about alpha male strategies. They said, well, what if there's another content creator out there who's putting out content that's not good content? And my question was, according to who? You? No, you don't get to decide what content is good and what's not. That's you guys' decision. You guys are the audience. Okay, we cater to you. We pander to you. We talk about what you want to talk to. We talk about what you guys want us to talk about, for the most part. So now here comes this guy saying, well, what if, according to the woman, that's not a bad idea? Should she not have a backbone? Guys, look. Your woman has to earn the privilege of having your ear. Anytime there is an important decision that I need to make, I make the decision unilaterally. I make the decisions in the household, but I consult Devin every single time. Okay? I love Devin, I respect her opinion, and I value her advice. Devin is a very, very intelligent woman. Even still, she is a woman. So if there's a decision that needs to be made, if I feel the need to, you know what, Dev, I'm thinking about doing X, Y, and Z. What are your thoughts? She'll give me her thoughts, and then I make the decision. I make the decision.
Let's think about this, and let's go even further.
Think
Like,
about
if you
this.
think about business, for example. Nowadays, the best corporations are they want different ideas, right? And that includes having women in the workforce. So by you silencing the women and by them being submissive, aren't you, I guess, making that couple less than optimal?
I'm not saying that she can't suggest anything or be involved in the decision-making process, but what I am saying is that the guy's got to be the final decision maker and the head of the household. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, her opinion can go into things when when he's making a decision. He'll take her input, right? Because that's just like common sense and good diplomacy. But in general, the man needs to be the decider.
Not only that, women earn that privilege. If I've been dating a girl for a month, I'm not consulting her for nothing. I'm making that decision, not her.
And the final word. But the problem is that it's always the woman that's the final word, or guys say stupid shit like, happy wife, happy life, or let me run this by my wife. That's ridiculous to me. Any guy that sits there and needs to consult with his wife, that's pathetic.
I was with you. I think for the most part of what you said. But then you're saying,
here we go.
Let me run this by my wife. What's wrong with that? If you're a team, right? And let's.
Oh no. Oh, there it is. And Phoenix Light Game just said it. He's operating on the faulty premise, thinking that men and women are equal. You know what? You know what? Actually, you know what? You're right. You are a team. But a team has different players of different priority levels, okay? The quarterback of a team is a lot more valuable than the cornerback of the team, okay? Yes, we are a team. I'm the captain. I make the decisions. That's the difference.
You even have kids. Like, you should be consulting with your partner, right? Otherwise,
you are consulting with her, but you make the final decision.
Where you're going to need to make executive decisions as the man, and you're not going to want your input with your woman, or you need to do what you need to do.
I think that happens in both cases. Like,
no,
women,
she cannot make executive decisions without your authority. That's the problem.
Why is that? Why is that?
That's because women should submit to their men. Women should not be decision makers.
Okay. In every successful business, every country, etc., there's always going to be an official decision maker, whether it's the president of the United States, the CEO of a company, etc. They make the final decisions. And there's times where there's going to be executive decisions made without her knowing or her being involved or whatever, and that's how it needs to be. And the man needs to be the one that's always making that decision, not her. This concept of egalitarianism and we're a team, that's bullshit feminist propaganda.
Oh, I agree with egalitarian.
Let me explain this.
Things.
You're only a team as long as you are the coach. As soon as you no longer are the coach and you become a player, she doesn't want to play with you anymore.
There it is.
I think it's very important that men understand that women deal with men from an opportunistic standpoint, and they deal with men from an extraction of value standpoint. Mm-hmm. Women don't want equals, despite the fact that they say that. They want a superior. So if I come into a relationship being the superior, and then I tell her, oh, you could go ahead and make decisions alongside me, we're equal, I've basically denigrated myself to her level, and that's not what she signed up for. Now, women will sit there and say, I want to equal, but that's not true. They want a guy that's going to be decisive and in charge. Now, are there situations where you might want her input? Sure. But
absolutely.
As the man, you reserve the right to make executive decisions.
And the reason I'm going to get Devin's input is because my decisions affect her. My decisions affect her. If I feel the need to get her input, then I will get her input. If I don't, I won't.
Without her permission, without her being involved. Anytime I meet a guy and he tells me I got to run it by my wife, 9 out of 10 times, that woman runs the relationship and he's a pussy. And that's a problem.
Wait, you're like generalizing. Like, I'm.
We operate in generalities, friend.
Sort of directionally in your camp, but it's just a way that you generalize things. It just doesn't sound. It just doesn't sound right.
This is a very feminine argument. Like, you're worried about his tone. What? Like, are you a man or not?
Certain scenarios where you can make that executive decision, I understand. But I think for most important life-changing decisions, you need to consult with your spouse or with your significant other.
Well, yes. You do need to consult with your spouse or significant other, but you also need to be the decision maker.
What I'm saying is that that's a privilege, not a right. So
thank you.
Consult,
she's got to earn that. Just because she lets me stick my dick in her does not mean she has earned my ear. Sorry.
With her, that's a privilege you're affording her, but it is not a right.
Nope.
So all right. Thanks for your time.
Oh, and here, look, I get it. You want to be politically correct. I don't want to use you as an example.
I don't believe in political correct. I mean,
you did. Yeah, because you're taking point of contention with the way I'm conveying the information. I think that's precisely the problem.
No.
We need to go back. Hold on.
Look,
let me
talk
say
about,
what I'm going to say here.
In corporate America, the executive, the CEO cannot just make decisions by themselves. I mean, he can. He has the authority, likely.
He does have the authority. That's why they voted him CEO.
But he needs to consult with his advisors.
Of course he does, but he is the final decision maker. This guy keeps moving the goalpost. Nobody is saying never consult your significant other, okay? We're not saying that. Especially if you are married like I am. If I'm going to make a decision that I know is going to affect me and my wife, I'm going to consult her. I'm going to find out what her thoughts are. Because Devin might see or think about things that I generally don't or haven't. Wait a minute. Sorry about that. My voice is starting to go. The Pittsburgh Mogul with the $5 super chat says, precisely, Donovan. The wife provides, oh my God, my voice is going. The wife provides valued counsel as sought by the husband. It is a team. It isn't a equal partnership with decision making. I totally agree. Holy shit, man. My voice is, dude. Man, my voice literally just left me. God damn. How long have I been on the air? I don't know. I've only been live streaming for 5 hours. It shouldn't be. Okay, well, we just crossed the 5-hour mark, guys. So I guess that'll do it for this particular episode. Damn. Oh man, this was a good one. I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna come back to this tomorrow, along with other videos. But I do apologize, guys. I have literally just lost my voice on the air. So I will see you guys tomorrow on Rumble at noon Pacific. See you guys next time. Take care. Holy shit, man.